October 25th.
We're rapidly approaching the holiday shopping season.
The National Retail Federation says it expects consumers to spend more during the upcoming holiday season, but overall growth in sales will be slower than last year due to concerns over persistent inflation and prices. Matt Shea is the organization's CEO and president.
Consumers continue to show resilience and they show strength in their spending.
While consumers have been fueling the economy, Shea says shoppers have high interest rates and lingering inflation on their minds. With Thanksgiving falling on November 28th, there also will be 6 fewer days between the holiday and Christmas Day compared to last year to go shopping. I'm Shelley Adler.
Many schools in the southeast remain closed after the recent hurricanes, affecting tens of thousands of students. Some districts in the region say they have no idea when they'll reopen. News and analysis at townhall.com. Nebraska residents with felony records could learn today whether they'll be able to vote in next month's presidential election.
In August, the state's high court heard arguments on a lawsuit challenging a decision by Nebraska's top election officials to ignore a new state law that restores the voting rights of those convicted of a felony. The state attorney general had said in July that the new law was unconstitutional, and Secretary of State Bob Evnen ordered county election officials not to register those with felony convictions for the November election. The American Civil Liberties Union sued on behalf of several Nebraska residents with felonies, but a decision affects some 7,000 people. I'm Donna Warder.
Vice President Harris will sit down for a Fox News interview today for the first time. The interview with Fox anchor Brett Baer will air this evening at 6 p.m. Eastern. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's Wednesday. Tis cooler.
It is. It was okay. So far, the mornings have been 50 to 55. This morning, it was 48.
Yep. 48.
That's a new low for the year so far, or for the season, I guess.
Yeah, and today's high is like 70.
I know.
Now, we'll get a little warmer the rest of the week. Like, today's the cold day. Like, tomorrow's like 75, and I think we get back into the 80s at some point. But after today, we get rain chance.
Yeah.
So we get like tomorrow's like only a 20, and maybe tomorrow night 30. But by like Friday and Saturday, we're up to like 40, 50% chance.
It's getting close. So. Got to start making those changes. Got to go jacket shopping for the kids.
Yeah, it is that season. Okay. Fall. Everyone starts talking about pumpkin spice, and like this is like of all the seasons, this season going into fall or in fall seems like that has the most season.
The most flavors,
traditions, or like rolling into spring or rolling into summer. There's a little bit, but not like rolling into fall.
Not even close. That's the thing. Fall has, and I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that all of the good holidays are in the fall.
I think that, and then school starts. It's kind of like an unofficial start of a year, kind of every time of year also. But here's a question I have.
Okay.
And because I've been seeing it at nauseum for the last 3 days. Now, granted, it has been on the internet, but I didn't do anything to will this.
Well, no, not yet.
Existence.
Now,
now I will be.
Spake it into existence.
But is the Reuben sandwich a fall thing? Like, I've just been seeing an inordinate amount of Reuben-related things in the last week.
I don't know if it's a fall thing. I know pastrami is more of a fall meat. It's not. I shouldn't say fall meat. It's more of a it's traditionally eaten in like the this time of year, Thanksgiving, Christmas, the more holiday times.
Yeah, because it's brisket. But yeah, maybe. But it's just, and the only reason I ask is because literally, like, I'll be on TV and there's all this stuff about Reubens recipes. Then matter of fact, I was just online earlier and there's a recipe for Reuben egg rolls.
I think about it. Is Reuben corned beef? Yeah,
it is. Well, but I've seen a pastrami version, and so it's traditionally it's corned beef, but it is not unheard of to have it with pastrami.
Okay.
But I saw a thing for a Reuben burger where it was literally a burger with a Reuben sandwich on top of the burger.
That sounds delightful.
Just like, And so I was just wondering. I was like, why am I getting exposed to all these Reuben things in the last 2 weeks?
I haven't noticed an influx of Reuben. I'll tell you this. I'm a man of influence, that's easily influenced. I want me a Reuben right about now.
He's like, I'm having a Reuben for lunch.
I want me a Reuben. That sounds real tasty. The sauerkraut on top. Oof. Little the pumpernickel or the rye. That sounds nice.
That's a sandwich that you got to have a hang. Like, for me, I like it, but not all the time. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Let me tell you a sandwich that not only do you have to be in the mood for, you have to be in you have to hate yourself to order. But it's one of the best decisions you'll ever make.
Yeah.
Is the Monte Cristo.
Oh, yeah.
Any sandwich that comes with lingonberry jam for dipping.
Yeah.
That's a sandwich for me, my friend. But it's literally like the best of all things. It's the sweet, it's the savory,
Yeah. Well, and to me, like I like the Cristo, but it is so rich that it's like it should be an appetizer.
That's why they cut it into 4 pieces.
Give me one little of those halves or corners. Yeah.
This a Monte Cristo sandwich is an MRE.
Yeah.
This is a day's worth of caloric content.
Yeah.
You do with it as you see fit.
And I do enjoy it, but I'm not as big of a French toast fan as most people are. So I'm not as huge a fan in it because I'm like of all the pastry breakfasts, French toast, waffles, pancakes, by far French toast is my bottom seat. I would take pancakes over all of that.
Dude, I love a good piece of French toast.
Fan. I'll eat it. It's fine.
If it's done the right, so one of the things after I got off keto, I was like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. So I learned how to make perfect French toast.
Yeah.
You leave it's Texas toast. You leave it out overnight to let it stale up a little bit, and then you make it the next morning. It's one of my favorite things in the world. When done right, it is. It's just so good.
It's aight for me.
Waffle to me is the biggest waste of that whole seed of breakfast foods.
But of all of those, that's the one I like to go a little savory with.
Well, sure.
That's the one I'm like, put my sausage and my fried egg and syrup on it.
Well, I'm pretty sure I don't think this is the reason that I am separated from my kid's mom, but I know it contributed to it. I ruined the family waffle maker when I was on keto because I learned how to make something called a chaffle, which is a waffle made of cheese. Cheese and egg, and then other ingredients.
But they didn't tell you it will ruin your waffle maker in the recipe.
It's not. It's just she's like, I've washed this thing 5 times and I cannot get the flavor of garlic and onion powder out of it.
Maybe you should have 2 waffle makers: the waffle maker and your keto waffle maker.
That's why she got me one of those individual ones for Christmas or whatever. But I got so waffle crazy when I was on keto and alternative waffles. But to me, a pancake and a waffle is basically the same thing, but a pancake absorbs the syrup or whatever you put on it better.
Yeah.
Waffles, and yes, I understand the nooks and crannies.
Yeah.
But that crisp layer on top, it prevents any absorption.
Now, of all of those the fairs, waffle is the best for sandwich building.
Oh, I agree. It's a great vessel bread.
Yes.
It is good for putting other things on.
Pancake is the star. You know what I mean? Like, it's the star of the thing. Like, the waffle makes the other things the star.
Yeah.
Whereas when the pancakes are the star. I mean, you need the butter, you need the syrup, whatever, but but it's pancake that you're there for. You know? At
the same time, and this sort of applies to waffle too, halfway through pancakes, you really don't want pancakes anymore.
You know, that's true.
It's one of those when
it starts to cool down and the syrup starts to, it gets a little like, all right, it's getting gummy. I'm about halfway through. You're like, I've had enough pancake.
Mitch Hedberg used to have a joke. He goes, I don't want my act to be like pancakes, where halfway through, I don't want any pancakes anymore.
I watched, the Man vs. Food show. And I happened to be flipping channels the other day, and he was in some place, and the challenge was literally this stack of pancakes. And it had caramel and whipped cream and candied pecans on it, and it was just
like in the movie Just Friends, Sugar Mountain Surprise.
Yeah. I was like, if you don't drop dead of diabetes by the end of this thing, man. But he finished it though.
That's impressive.
He finished. So.
That man is a cavern.
He is. I can't imagine. Well, I mean, that wasn't that part of it. I mean, Adam Richman also Me Too'd himself a little bit there, but didn't he legit quit that because
he couldn't take it anymore?
Was just
If you go, this is the crazy part about Man vs. Food. You always know how late in the show you're watching based on how wide Adam Richman is, because he goes from like this to about here by the end of the show.
Well, then the second guy, Casey, I can't remember the last name.
Right,
his first name's Casey, but he's just been big the whole time. So you're just kind of like, I don't know, he's like that. But
that's the competitive eaters that are that thin always blow my mind. Like Kobayashi is a thin person,
these guys I don't think are technically competitive eaters. They're just chefs, hosts that eat a lot.
When you host a competition eating show, you're a competitive eater. Whether you're on the circuit or not, everybody has a competitor, and in this case, it's himself.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, it makes me laugh, and we got to get our interview because I got a lot of commercials for some reason. So thank you for buying ads. But anyway, it always freaks me out when I see Casey do things that's not Man vs. Food. Like he's a guy in several commercials.
Oh, really?
There's a Castrol oil commercial that I haven't seen in a year or two, but where he's like a guy changes oil, and like there's a little one of the NASCAR drivers. I think it's Kevin Harvick or one of those. And so he's the dude. And then there's like a cat litter commercial that he's in. And I was, hey, that's a dude from Man vs. Food.
Then again, they might not be making Man vs. Food new anymore. So.
And true, and these were a couple years ago I was seeing these, so like right when he started doing Man vs. Food, so I don't know. But I don't know. I got a feeling that you got to take some time off between seasons for just let him recoup. All right, let me give you the rundown for today's show. But ideally, you're kind of like, what a great job, till it isn't.
Till it's not.
Till it's not, yeah. We're going to replay our interview we had with Drew Garnett from the Chaves County Extension Office, talking about Christmas Showcase, talking about Master Gardeners, all that good stuff. So we'll play that here in just a minute. In the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to replay our interview we had with our American Legion Post 61 friends. We had Russ from Post 61 and Commander Lee talking about the Hurricane Relief Effort trailer, which I've been talking about all week and last week. But I want to get the last push here because we're coming up on the deadline for donations this Friday. They're going to head towards Alamogordo on Saturday. So I want to get that on your radar. And then folks from the Chamber of Commerce going to join us. Andrea and Gary will stop by here in the 9 o'clock hour, give us an update on things they got coming up, some lunch and learns and things like that. Plus, we'll have all of your newses and other features and a bevy of ads. Like I said, we're pretty stacked on commercials today. So, let's get it all going with your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have cold front dropping in today, and that'll keep things nice and cool, mid-60s to about 70 on the afternoon high, maybe a little bit breezy, and we get sunshine all day. A few clouds drifting through for the overnight hours, and we're in the upper 40s. Warming up a little bit on Thursday. It'll be a breezy and sunny day. Highs will be in the mid-70s. Mostly sunny and upper 70s Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Ballard Funeral Home and Crematory and LaGrone Funeral Chapel have been celebrating life for over 90 years.
Ballard Funeral Home and Crematory celebrates and remembers. Gene Willis passed away Thursday, October 3rd. Services will be scheduled at a later time. James Seeley passed away Friday, September 27th. Services will be Friday, October 11th, 11 a.m. at the family ranch. Celestino Baca passed away Thursday, October 3rd. Services will be Tuesday, October 15th, 10 a.m. at Ballard. Thelma Marie Moss passed away Thursday, October 3rd. Celebration of life will be scheduled at a later date. LaGrone Funeral Chapel celebrates and remembers Catherine Ann Marie Foster, who passed away on Saturday, October 5th. Services are pending at this time. And Patrick Stephen O'Mara passed away Tuesday, October 1st. Services are pending at this time. This has been today's remembrance, brought to you by Ballard Funeral Home and Crematory and LaGrone Funeral Chapel.
It's one of the fall's best family fun events. Art in the Park returns to J.C. Park Friday and Saturday, October 18th and 19th. There's plenty of live entertainment and food trucks, along with lots of vendors displaying their arts and crafts. It's always a great event for all that attend. So set aside the date, October 18th and 19th, the 49th annual Art in the Park at J.C. Park in Artesia, and paid by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Check out some of the pre-Halloween specials you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Select varieties of Food Club shredded or chunk cheeses are 2 for $4, and select 10 packs of Kool-Aid Jammers are 2 for $5. In produce, select sizes of strawberries, blackberries, or raspberries are 2 for $5, and jack-o'-lantern pumpkins are $3.99 each. In the meat department, family packs of choice boneless beef bottom chuck roasts are $5.99 a pound, and family packs of boneless center-cut pork loin chops are $2.49 a pound. These are just some of the pre-Halloween specials you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber-to-home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans and options to fit your family. With Fast, get true 100 megs per second download and upload speed. With Faster, get true 500 megs of download and upload speeds. And with Fastest, you get 1 gig. Learn more at plateautel.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
You there! What are these?
My glasses, Your Highness. They're
incredible. Who made these?
The eyesight in Roswell. Or was it Hobbs? Or maybe Carlsbad.
So well crafted and stylish. So the eyesight thinks they can challenge my throne with their quality eyewear.
Actually, Your Majesty, I got 2 pair and an eye exam. It was so easy. I did it during my lunch break, and they even took my insurance.
Lunch break? Who gave you a lunch break?
Human resources, Your Majesty.
Silence! I'll get you eyesight!
The Eyesight, now accepting new patients 5 and up in Roswell, Hobbs, and Carlsbad.
3 locations?
Clearly the best in sight.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
American Legion Post 61 family, along with the support of the community, are collecting relief supplies and cash donations for hurricane victims. A truck and trailer will be leaving for North Carolina on Saturday, October 19th. Deadline for donations will be on October 18th. Drop-off locations are at Southwest Printers at 110 North Pennsylvania and the Roswell Chamber of Commerce. Trailer for the trek is provided by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, and escort will be provided by the New Mexico chapter of the American Legion Riders. For more information and to get more involved, please visit roswelllegion.org or call Commander Stephen Lee at 575-268-0220.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Slugs have 4 noses, but no fingers to pick them. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is straight up 8:30 here, and joining us in studio, back Drew Garnett from the Chaves County Extension Office. Morning, Drew.
Good morning.
How you feeling? I know I was gonna say fair's over. You got to take a breath, but that's I mean, actually, you guys get busier after the fair.
It just keeps rolling. We never slow down. But no, the fair was great. Had a great time. The kids did a wonderful job showing their animals.
I think everything. Weather was good. I don't think we had any weather issues all week.
It was so much better than last year. Last year was so hot.
Yeah, this was comfortable.
This was a nice, comfortable temperature pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, at night you might want to put on a sweater. It's kind of that perfect. About during the day you're in short sleeves and t-shirts, but about 6-7 o'clock, give me that long sleeve.
Yes,
and stuff. So that's exactly what you want at the fair.
Oh, exactly.
So yeah, it was perfect, and then the shows were great, concerts are great, the kids. The junior livestock auction went off well as it does every year. So a big success there. I know you don't handle much of the 4-H. That's some of the other folks.
Well, now that we got a 4-H agent, I was able to take a little bit more of a back seat on some of that. And
but I'm sure you Katie's still keep tabs on some of the kids and following how much. I'm sure they all had a good time.
It's so big and busy, you can't completely walk away.
Sure.
And you don't want to anyway. That's so much fun. That's one of the best parts of our job.
Well, and here's the thing. It's going to be funny because, this is our town, our community, and our thing. And where Drew's at and where he does, more than likely, assuming Drew's still doing what he's doing in, say, 10 years down the road, some of these kids will be coming to him and, hey, my ranch needs this. What do I got to do? Or, what I'm saying?
Definitely.
These kids will be future,
they are. They're our future leaders and future farmers and ranchers of our community, and they're going to be a big part of it.
Absolutely. And so they're going to be the ones in these pesticide classes and master gardener classes and beef symposiums and things like that.
That's it.
I was trying to find a good beef consortium. No, that's not the right symposium. That's the word. But and so that's why the fair, and that's why we do the fair. We all want to come out and ride the rides and eat all the food and enjoy the shows, but we're all out there to support these kids, whether it's in that home ec room or out in the livestock ring. That's why we're
very much so. Very much so. And it was a great show. We had a great turnout of youth, and they really did a wonderful job showcasing their animals and their hard work.
Yeah, and I hope well, based on the numbers I'm hearing, they made lots of money on Saturday.
Yes, which is always fun. Which is always
the idea,
fun.
And that's kind of, if you've never been to a junior livestock auction, and it doesn't matter if it's the Chaves County Fair, the Eastern, go down to the Eddy County Fair, all of them. That's usually a show because especially, I know with Chaves and Eddy particularly, they kind of, there is a gentleman's or agreement, kind of, we'll raise more than you this year with Chaves. But at the same time, they both kind of like to, there's always, because we all know our communities and know our kids and know our families, and some kids, sometimes there's usually families are going through a lot. And so this is usually that rally time with the farmers and ranch say, hey, that family's going through a lot. Let's
support them.
Let's overinflate their bids and make sure they get a little help here.
Yes,
and that's
exactly.
What they do.
And that's the beauty of it. It really is the community, the businesses here locally coming out and supporting these kids and putting an investment into our future.
Absolutely.
And as we talked about a minute ago, these are our future leaders, our future farmers, our future ranchers, the future community members that are going to be leading us forward.
Absolutely.
And so it really is an investment into their future and back into this community.
Absolutely. So that's why you see that and all that. And so I really hope, if you didn't get a chance this year, make a point to try to come and check that out, because then you see the heart of the county. You really
do.
You see the heart of what this is all about. And that's where you see it. So
exactly.
And then you're going to have a whole new perspective on fair.
I think so. I think so.
Anyway. I'd love to keep talking about fair, but we don't have time because there is a flurry of events and activities coming up in the coming weeks and months here through Extension Office in many facets, from gardeners to, of course, Christmas around the corner. You know what that means. So there's a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah. So we've got a bunch of things coming up right here, and I'm pulling up my list. I'm not trying to be rude on my phone.
It's like a parchment.
I do. It's getting longer and longer every year.
But very classy. I mean, it's the parchment. It's there's a certain touch to that.
There is. So I'm just going to go in order of things that are popping up. So right now is the time to enroll in 4-H. So October 1st starts the new year for the 4-H season. And so if you are interested in 4-H, and it doesn't have to be just livestock showing, there are so many things going on. We're kicking off the new season of our shooting sports. There's many activities from leatherworking to sewing to cooking to leadership skills to public speaking. So if you have a fear of public speaking, this is a great place to get over that fear, because that is such a valuable skill.
Absolutely.
And will take you a long ways.
Absolutely.
And so there's so many opportunities within 4-H besides just showing livestock.
Absolutely.
But if you want to get into showing livestock, you don't know the first thing about it, come talk to us. We can figure out a way for it to work.
And like you said, too, even if you don't live on the farm and ranch, but you want to do that.
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
like at the fairs, that's why you see those pet categories and stuff.
Yes.
And so you do get a chance to do that, even though you don't have the space or whatever to raise a pig or a cow or something.
We can figure out that. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of community members here that open up their stalls, their
so you can kind of lease a space.
You could lease a space.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
And take care of your animal. Now, they're not going to take care of it for you. You've got to do the work. But that's the point of it, right? Is you're supposed to be
don't
at
get me
your
wrong.
project.
I bet that's an extra set of eyes. Let's call them parents and say, hey, is your boy or girl been over here attending? That thing looks like it needs some work.
Oh, it does help. It does help. And generally,
but that's part of the teaching process.
Yes, that is.
Absolutely.
That's part of the learning and the lesson. And so those community members really do help out in a lot of ways. And so we really do appreciate them and their support. But then coming up this Saturday, we have gardening at the library.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking about the beneficial insects here in New Mexico so that you know what is a good bug and what is not so good a bug.
This is, I highly recommend you check. If you, and I don't care if you're interested in gardening, you're the backyard guy who's got the couple plants or taking a little bit more serious, and you're like, no, I come out on the farmer's market on Saturdays with my... Any level of that, you're going to go in there and come out learning and being. This is the master gardener's a reason, and I'm going to make it another bad joke, but literally these guys are the Jedis. Like if they got the robes and the lightsabers when it comes to gardening and stuff, these guys. And
they have a lightsaber. I haven't gotten one yet.
Where'd they get one? Of course, it's green. But anyway,
well,
But you know what I mean. Like these are folks that really, and particularly know probably southeast New Mexico. Which, and like you talk, I mean, like we have the Roswell Sea guys on, and if you live on the north end of town, and what they tell you to do with soil and things may be completely different than what if you live down by Roswell High. It's different.
No, it is very different. I mean, just right here within Roswell, most of our winds come off the west side. So if you're on the west side, you need to have some sort of windbreak, or you need to be putting your plants on the east side of your house, things like that, in order to protect them from the wind. So there's a lot of things that go into it, and that's actually, I'm going to go ahead and jump out of order now, but since we've kind of tailored into this, so we have the gardening at the library, which is every third Saturday of the month.
So mark on your calendar.
Mark it on your calendar.
And air conditioning, everything's working again, so it's
although it's almost cool enough now this morning.
The heat, but yeah, you're right. But the temp is comfortable in there.
It is comfortable again. And so please do come out. But then on November the 19th, we are actually going to have an urban horticulture symposium.
Okay.
And it's going to be at the Roswell Civic Center here in Roswell, and it's going to be tailored more towards southeastern New Mexico gardening. And so it's open to the public. It's open to anybody who's interested. We have plenty of room.
And since it's urban, I'm guessing this is designed for gardens and small spaces.
Gardens, we're going to
people on acres of land to do things.
Well, hey, you know what? If you have acres of land that you want to do something with, this isn't a bad place to get some information. So we're going to be talking a lot about plant selection.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about pruning. We're going to be talking about vegetable gardens. We're going to talk about lawns and specifically water usage in lawns, which is a big topic here in Roswell with the prices going up on water. And so we want you to be efficient. We want you to have a beautiful yard, but we want you to be efficient with that water. So we're definitely going to be hitting on water management.
Yeah, when it comes to water, and it's not always about the quantity of water.
Yes.
It's when you do it and how you do it.
Yes, that is exactly right. And so we can grow beautiful yards and still save you money on your water bill.
Yep.
And so we're going to have our specialists from NMSU coming and talking about that. And then we're also going to be talking about soil health, because that's where all of the growing starts, is right there in the soil. And so it's going to be a great day. Lunch will be provided, so we do ask that you register for that, and you can either go to our extension website, so Chaves County Extension, if you just throw that into Google, it'll come up, and you can go there. There's a link that you can register, or if you go to our Facebook page, we're also putting flyers up all over town. There's a QR code on those flyers. So please do register, because that gives us a head count for our lunch that we're going to be serving.
Sure.
And
because you don't want to have to shortchange someone and then get less sandwich or whatever there. Yeah.
Exactly. And so it is going to be a great time. It's going to be a great place to learn, and it really does give you plenty of time to start planning for your spring gardening and growing.
And it sounds like whatever goal you're trying to achieve, there's a facet of this that's going to cover you. Like, no, I'm trying to get my grass green and look good. Oh, we got to. No, I want to start my own little vegetable garden. Okay, we got you covered here. You know, no, I want to get into flowers and stuff. All right, we got a section for that too.
We're really trying to cover all bases, so that gives people opportunities and options coming this spring.
Sure.
And so, of course, we're hoping to turn this into an annual event, and it is sponsored through the Master Gardeners that are going to be doing it, and our office, obviously. But so we really want to turn this into an annual event. So we're also going to have a survey at the end of it that helps guide us as far as what speakers, what topics you're looking for in the future. And so this really is going to be a great opportunity. Anybody who's looking to grow a yard, grow trees, or wondering what plants to select, how to prune their trees, because come January and February, you're going to be wanting to prune your trees when they're in their dormant period.
Absolutely.
So that is the best time.
Well, and that's just it. This kind of, that's what this class is all. It's really making the most. It's really teaching you to do more with less.
Yeah.
It teaches you to work less to get more.
Yep.
And that's really and all of it beneficial to everything.
Yes, it really is.
It's been more beneficial to the plant, yourself. Like that's. Kind of like the soil you were talking about, earlier. You think about like a baby. When you have a baby and the mom and the baby's in the womb and they're telling, all right, put this in the air so the baby gets the nourishment.
Yeah.
Your soil's the same way. You got to put the right things in there or that plant won't be healthy. And it's just like that baby. If you're not putting the right nutrients and things in your system, that baby's not getting what it needs to mature and grow.
Exactly.
Same thing here with the plant.
Yeah, you got to put the right implements. You got to take care of the soil for that plant to grow. And so it really is going to be a great opportunity for anybody, and it's not just open to Chaves County alone. It's open to anybody that is interested.
Absolutely.
And so we really are. Please do register, though, again, so that we have enough food for everybody.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That is a big thing.
But I'm just telling you, I just think for folks because I think all of us at some point are like, man, I wish I could do that, or I just want to grow my own plants. I'm like,
you can.
This really class, and you're thinking, I got the brown thumb. It's like, no, you just got to have the knowledge. If you really follow these steps, it's kind of dummy proof in some cases. Obviously, Mother Nature does what Mother Nature does. But
there's going to be times where it's tougher than others, but we'll give you the information
especially
that helps
at
you
this
get
level.
through.
Like if you're just trying to learn how to start a garden or something, it's pretty tried and true. Now, if we're trying to say, how do I maximize my tomato output? And all right, now we got to get a little science.
But if we're going to go a little deeper.
Yeah.
But then that's the other thing is we do have our vegetable specialists coming in, and so you can be a lot more self-sufficient and grow your own vegetables in your backyard.
Sure.
And so there's a lot of great opportunities here in Roswell for that.
And if you wonder why you should do that, unfortunately, I think they're done for the year. But go on a Saturday morning during the summer to the farmers and garden and see the difference of that produce. Versus what you're seeing in a grocery store.
Yeah,
and that's why you should grow your own. I'm not trying to say go, but
there's nothing wrong with the grocery store, but it was all purpose driven, right? So what is the main purpose of that grocery store? They want a product that is going to have a longer shelf life, that can transport from wherever it's grown to the store, have a long shelf life. That way there's more opportunity for more people to purchase that produce. And so a lot of that breeding technique for a hardier produce to go to the store and survive that shipping and transport and that long-term life.
And some of it's cosmetic too. You look very much. Because let's face it, and I know people, but like if you happen to see a tomato that was grown, say, in the 1800s versus a tomato grown today, you wouldn't almost not recognize it because and to be honest, you're going to probably look at that tomato from the 1700s. It looks a little sad. But then when you cut into it and taste it and everything else, you're
the
like,
flavor profile is completely different.
And so we've kind of evolved, what you think of this thing is that, and a lot of that's, again, because we got to get food from one place to the other, and we got to get it to where it's still, and let's face it, you walk into the grocery store and you see them sad little things, you're like, never mind. Ooh, this one's bright and beautiful and all that, and so that's a marketing thing.
And so if you want some of those really fresh produce, those farmers market, or growing it yourself, and so that's what we're trying to bring here.
But it's going to look a little different, and I'm telling you, it's going to taste a lot different.
Oh, yeah. You'll get a completely different flavor profile from those that you grow in your backyard.
Like, you always see those people like, I eat tomatoes like an apple and all that. And it's like, that's because if it's a grown one, that's actually not a bad, sometimes out here, like, well, but that's really, that comes from that place. And so
really
if you
is.
want to start that and do that for yourself, and like you said, it could start really as a flower bed that's right next to the house there.
Yeah,
you could throw some,
and it doesn't have to be a large set. You can do it in pots. You can do it if you have a small space. You can do it as well. And so it really is a whole lot of opportunity. Don't think you have to have a ton of land and use a ton of water. Yeah. You can really
starts with one plant, man,
That's
and
it.
then you get results, and then you learn. And to be honest, the first time, I don't think I'd plant a bunch. I'd really plant one or two, get good at those. Yeah. And now that you got the system down, let's throw some more down. You know what I mean? That's kind of. If you learn your mistakes on one and then and then once you figure it out, put the rest in. Kind of thing. Obviously, at the appropriate times for season, because you try to plant a tomato in the middle of July, it's going to be, or whenever it's not appropriate, it's not going to grow right.
Yeah, that is exactly right. Unless you got a greenhouse.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you got control of the climate.
and so don't forget to sign up for that. That is November the 19th. So make sure to mark it on your calendars. It will be all day. We'll start about 9 o'clock and then roll on through until about 3 or 4.
That's why I want you to put in for lunch, because you're going to get hungry, and we don't want hangry people.
No, definitely don't need hangry people. But then going back in a few dates, so for anybody with a pesticide license that needs their CEUs.
It's that time of year again.
It's that time of year again. November the 6th, we are going to have our CEUs. You will have all 5 CEUs that are required for your license. November the 6th at Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds in Hobson's Hall.
Okay.
And so
you commercial pesticide folks out there, if you
commercial,
need updates on your
private, any of it, public. Yep.
I'm just thinking most people use it commercially.
There's a lot of them that are coming in commercially. A lot of our private applicators are going to like the New Mexico Hay Association
but generally they work
conference
on a ranch
and
or
others and
someplace
stuff.
where
So
they're doing this on a weekly basis or something like that.
Yes, but in order to maintain that license, they still need so many continuing educational units, and that's what the CEUs are for.
Like any other science, it evolves over time.
Oh, it does.
And
completely.
so if you haven't been in there to get your thing in 4 or 5 years, the science may change slightly. I'm not saying they reinvented the wheel in 4 years, but maybe a pesticide or a certain chemical that they thought was good then is maybe not so now. We're saying, you know what? No, that used to be. We've got one that's way better.
Because regulations are constantly changing, so that's why we always make sure that we have a representative from NMDA to address those changes. And we also bring in specialists that come and talk about modern technologies, a little bit changes in technique or how to do things properly. Because it's not just buying a product and then spraying it.
Sure.
It's making sure you have the right product, that you're timing it right, and that you're rotating that product. Because if you use the same product over and over, that's where we get resistance.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, it's like anything else. It's like drug tolerance. Alcoholics and things. The more they drink, the tolerance they build. It's no different here with pesticides or any of these kinds of things, or even medicine. It's like antibiotics. That's why they tell you don't go crazy with antibiotics, because your body builds a tolerance. Same kind of thing here. But that's also true. And that's just kind of just in the farming, especially when you get in the ranching industry, like generally speaking. And I know nothing about this stuff. I just know, but I know enough to know that, like, if you're a farmer, you're probably growing one crop in one season, and you're not just, I'm a corn farmer and that's all I grow is corn. No, you're probably growing corn in this time of year and growing wheat, soy, or whatever in another season. But to be honest, they do that to not deplete the soil, because if you grow the same thing, it's going to suck it all out.
Oh, yeah.
But then you grow a different crop, it throws
so
stuff in, it takes other things, and then the other one puts stuff in and takes other things. And
exactly.
Again, it's that cycle.
Yes.
And so, but that's farming and ranching, and that's where you learn that kind of stuff. And it starts as simple as basic as the class at the library on Saturday.
That's it. It does.
And then gets more in-depth as we go to this all-day event.
That's right. And since we're still on the gardening side of things, so November the 13th, if you are interested in becoming a master gardener or learning what it takes to be a master gardener, or you just want more information about gardening, come to our open house. So we will have an open house where you get to talk with master gardeners, myself, and enjoy some snacks.
Gotcha. So if you got specific questions more information,
things
that, what do I do about this thing?
And learn how to sign up. What exactly is the process of becoming a master gardener? And so that'll be November the 13th at our offices at 200 East Chisholm.
So there's some more Jedi robes in the back that we can fill?
That's it. We've got plenty of room. And really, we do need more people in there because we keep adding and adding projects.
Sure.
And so we need more help, and that would be a great thing.
I imagine, master gardeners, these are people, you don't get to be a master at something when just walking in the door and doing it. You've been seasoned, you've been doing it for years. So at some point, these are probably folks that are, I kind of want to spend more time with my grandkids, and you know what I mean? I got other aspects of life that I want to turn to. So I'm guessing, you need the next generation to kind of fill the void a little bit as these others kind of step down.
But not even so much that they're stepping down so much as we are just finding so many opportunities to volunteer and help our community.
The workload's getting...
the workload is increasing.
We got a 5-pound bucket and 10 pounds of work to do.
Yes. For example, one of the projects that we're really starting to get into and starting to help with that we really are excited about is Church of Christ. And Christ Church and Gateway actually have a community garden there on property, which they grow produce that they then donate to Harvest Ministry and other food banks in the area.
That.
And so we are really starting to try and work with them and really take that garden to another level. And so that's a big project and a big task, and we're looking forward to it. Christ Church and Gateway have done a great job with it.
How cool would that be conceptually?
We're excited to help them.
There was like this, 50-acre plot of farm out in the county there where it literally was that. And it's just this going on. How amazing is that?
And so there's a lot of opportunities out there. And so we are really, and we've been working actually in Artesia too. We have some master gardeners out of Artesia and Carlsbad that have been working in a community garden down there. And so we really are open to anybody that's interested in helping and benefit the community through gardening and through growing and through education. And that's really our goals.
Absolutely. So come learn more.
And it really, Master Gardener, you don't get intimidated by the name. If you're like, I have a brown thumb, I kill everything. This is where you can learn and get that knowledge and get that community base that can help you grow.
Yeah, they're not going to talk to you like all in science terms. They're going to get you at your level. So if you kind of know a thing or two, they will talk to you like you know a thing or two.
Yes.
If you're like, what's the green thing again? They'll talk to you like and explain it to you.
We'll help you. And that is one of the best parts about it is it really is a community that helps each other and really reaches out and does a lot of good things in the community.
Absolutely. So a lot there, but we do have more on the home ec side, and some of that we need to talk
and
cover
I do,
here.
because Tamara will kill me if I don't bring it up.
Well, this is arguably one of those tentpole events that the Extension Office is known for. I mean, fair stuff and things, but outside of that season, it really is this Christmas showcase.
The Christmas showcase is a phenomenal program, and if you've never been, you need to go.
Absolutely.
And so it is going to be November the 12th at the fairgrounds. And there's two offerings, so one at 2:30 in the afternoon and one at 6:30 in the evening. Both are November the 12th. And so it really is. If you're looking for projects, ways to decorate your home, if you're looking for homemade gifts, if you're looking for baked goods, if you're looking for ideas on that, how to get started in some of that, this is the place you want to go.
Sure.
And you really should go. It is an awesome event. Bring your family, bring your friends. It is a great place to go and get some ideas together for your holiday parties.
And you get to sample food.
And you get to sample food.
Eating,
I mean, that's my favorite part. Definitely the baking and the cooking and the meals. Those are my favorite part by far.
Come a little hungry when you do it.
But,
But yeah, it is really, and it's a round robin showcase. And the one thing that's kind of and what makes it really tradition is each year you get a recipe book that comes with all the crafts, all the food recipes, all the gifts, the things that you learn. It's in that book for you to take home, and then you can reference to make for yourself.
Yeah.
But each year they put out a new book, and it's all different each year based on whatever crafts are going on. So there is a bit of a collect the whole set kind of thing, and so there's folks that come out every year to collect it. Good news is, if you do get bit with that bug, contact the Extension Office. They do have some previous years in closets they can maybe dig up for you. But if you want to get the new book and get in and see the this year's crafts and stuff, then November 12th is the date you want to sign up for. Now, the good news is, like Drew said, there's the 2 times. They're both exactly the same, so you don't have to go to both. or think you're going to miss out. If you go to the one in the early afternoon because your work schedule or whatever, you can go to that one. But if you don't get off work till 4 or 5 o'clock, then you can go to the one in 6:30.
6:30,
and but it's the exact same crafts, the exact same book, the exact same eats, and you won't miss anything. Now, if you want to come at 1:30, I'm like, that was fun. I'm going to go eat a couple more of them things, come back at 6 and do it all over again.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
But you don't have to. It's all the same. You're not missing out on it.
No, but it really is a great program. And so if you are interested in, sorry, I just hit the seat thing with my foot.
Did it do a low rider on you?
Yeah.
That chair's got a little bit of gremlins.
But it really is a great thing. It's full of great opportunities and crafts for you to work on with your grandkids, with your kids, and to really get yourself psyched and ready for the holiday spirit.
Yeah. Now, the kids, they're going to be fun, but be careful because if you find ideas for the kids, you got to, kids, look at the squirrel over there so you can get that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a little covert about that.
Yeah. Unless you're going to do them together. Then it's a fun family event.
Or make them do it and then not realize it's for them and then put it under the tree and say, see, you were doing it for yourself.
Exactly.
Tell them it's doing for a friend or something. But anyway, it is really cool, and it really is kind of this annual thing, and I'm telling you, if they didn't do it, people would be calling, hey, where's our Christmas showcase? They're a little salty about that.
No.
It is a tradition.
They'll be doing it forever.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying it's one of those events that if they decide not to, people would notice.
Yes,
very quickly. And so mark November 12th. What's the cost? It's very affordable. It's like $10
not
or
much.
$15.
It's very low.
Yeah.
And
call the extension officer, come by, and we'll RSVP, and we'll get all that information.
Yeah. So 575-622-3210 is the number, and they will have the better information on the cost. But it is very affordable. It's just meant to help cover the cost of the books. And that is really it, because it does cost a lot to print and bind all those.
It is a cost, very costly venture for folks.
But it's very affordable.
Absolutely.
It's really not meant to make any kind of profit or anything.
It's not costly to you.
Yeah, exactly. But it really is a great event, and I do highly encourage you to go and attend.
It is. It's really. And I guarantee you're going to go and get the bug bit, and then we'll see you next year, and then next year after that. And they need to know you bring a friend or bring a family member, and that's how it works. And your bit. Welcome to the bug. Drew, is there anything we missed? Anything we wanted to cover that we just skipped over? Or
there probably is, but I think we've covered it pretty well. So make sure to sign up for 4-H, sign up for the Christmas showcase, and then sign up for our Urban Horticulture Symposium.
Call and ask Tammy if you want to learn more about extension clubs and all that. They've got those going on, or if you want to create one or add more, talk to Tamara. She'd be happy to learn you more information about that.
Very much so.
Good deal. Phone number, give that out real time.
575-622-3210.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Drew, as always. Appreciate it. We'll get you back in the dirt here, because I know he spends a lot of time in office now, but I think he's really happy. He's probably digging.
Well, it's been trying to get back on all my phone calls, so I still got a stack, but I'm working my way through.
He'll get to you eventually.
I'm getting to you.
Expect a call soon. Thank you, Drew.
Hey, thank you, Mike.
All right, 8:58. Quick break before news. Don't go away.
News update. I'm Jared Sorello. Roswell police involved in a shooting Tuesday near West Country Club Road and North Kentucky Avenue. A prepared statement provided by the police department says the incident began when officers tried to arrest a man named Louis Joseph Archuleta. Archuleta had pulled into the parking lot of the Candlewood Suites on Military Heights Drive. The officers had been following and surveilling Archuleta due to him being wanted for various felony crimes, including child abuse. Archuleta stepped on the gas in an attempt to flee, but was involved in a crash nearby. He then tried to get out and run on foot. Officers said they noticed he was holding a handgun, which resulted in officers opening fire on the man and killing him. Eddy County leaders heard a presentation on potential renovations to the county courthouse on Tuesday, but discussions have also centered around potentially building a new judicial complex south of Carlsbad. Staff has been studying the subject over the past few months. Commissioners deferred action on a possible new courthouse to be built, along with a new jail and administration complex back in May. The new complex would be located at 1602 Corrales Road, near the current sheriff's office. Many Carlsbad and Artesia residents, though, have been strongly opposed to plans to move the courthouse. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
Your social media headshot is your chance to make a great first impression on the world. Here's the secret. You don't need to hire a professional photographer. You can take one yourself if you know the tricks. I'm Kim Commando for Total AV, the award-winning antivirus software for just $19 a year right now at protectwithkim.com. Deep dive on your social media. So you need to have pictures that show you at your very best. Now, you can take the perfect headshot for all your profiles with your phone. Just find a well-lit spot, like near a window, and keep the background clean. Set a timer on your phone, hold it at eye level, or better yet, pick up a cheap tripod. Take a few shots until one looks natural. Then there are free apps like Snapseed or Lightroom Mobile that will adjust brightness. Or try Photar or Pixel for skin smoothing and background blurring. For quick AI touch-ups, Lensa can enhance lighting and remove all those imperfections. Sign up for my free newsletter at getkim.com. Do you finally convince you to bite the bullet and get good antivirus software? Well, here's the cold, hard truth. Ransomware makes up 68% of all cyber attacks. 72% of businesses were attacked by ransomware last year. Phishing scams are the most reported cybercrime in the United States. And last but not least, AI-powered cybercrimes are rumored to make up 85% of these scams. When you're not using antivirus software, you're at major risk, period. Don't wait for the worst to happen. Protect yourself now. My pick for antivirus security software is the award-winning Total AV. Go to protectwithkim.com right now for protection that's just $19 a year. You get antivirus protection up to 5 devices. Go to protectwithkim.com before it's too late. You don't need to be a victim. Go to protectwithkim.com. You'll get great antivirus software at 85% off. That's protectwithkim.com, protectwithkim.com.
Running a business is tough. Operational demands change fast, and keeping up can feel impossible. That's where DSI comes in. We've been helping local businesses thrive for over 25 years. You might know us for printer products, but we're your one-stop shop for cutting-edge office technology. From managed IT to video security, audio-visual technology, and more, DSI has everything you need. We're flexible, local, and have the resources of a national corporation. Be more productive. Make more money. DSI, the heartbeat of business. Visit DSINM.com.
It's time for the Chaffetz County Sports Report. Huge victory yesterday for the Roswell Coyotes boys soccer team by taking on Hobbs at home and winning 2-1. Roswell is now alone in first place in district play. The Coyotes are 12-4-1 and 3-0-1 in district play. They were tied with Hobbs going into last night's game. The final score, by the way, was 2-1. Roswell will be hosting Carlsbad this Saturday at 1 o'clock. Meanwhile, Goddard was playing at Lovington in boys soccer. That's a tough matchup these days, and Lovington wins that one by a 4-1 count. Goddard will next be in action. It's going to be a few days off for the Rockets. They won't play until next Thursday against Artesia, and that will close out the regular season for the Rockets. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. Boeing has entered a $10 billion credit agreement with 4 banks, it said in a filing Tuesday. In a separate filing, the plane maker said it may also sell up to $25 billion in securities. Boeing has faced numerous challenges in 2024, including a month-long machinist strike. Millions of homeowners and business owners across Florida and the southeastern United States are faced with the process of using insurance to rebuild their lives after 2 major hurricanes. Insurance law experts are saying you're just traumatized when you have these losses, and then you have to turn to the business side, and it gets even tougher. Walgreens will shut 1,200 stores over the next 3 years as new CEO Tim Wentworth plots a turnaround at the struggling pharmacy chain operator hit by sluggish consumer spending. U.S. holiday sales are expected to grow as much as 3.5%, the slowest pace in 6 years, the National Retail Federation forecast on Tuesday. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Coming to the Liberty, Sunday, October 20th. Don't miss an evening with Terry Clark.
We learn from you. Girls like to.
Doors open at 6 and the show starts at 8. Tickets are on sale now at thelibertyinc.com. Get yours before they're gone. Don't miss an evening with Terry Clark.
Poor, poor, pitiful me. Poor, poor
Sunday, October 20th at the Liberty, 312 North Virginia in Roswell. This is an all-ages event.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Hi, I'm Chef Anthony Noble at the Valley Cafe located at 801 West Brasher in Roswell. We want to welcome you for dinner 5 to 8 p.m. weekdays, except Wednesday we close at 2 p.m. If you haven't tried our food yet, I hope you come try one of our dinner entrees, pasta, soups, salads, burgers, and sandwiches, and our weekly specials as well. Let me make you great dinner. Visit the Valley Cafe at 801 West Brasher, the Orange Building across from Church on the Move in Roswell.
Can't see us in person? Find our full menu on DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats.
At Artesia General Hospital, we know it's early, but schedule your mammogram today and save. Call 855-RAD-EXAM and save 10% off mammograms scheduled through October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And get a refreshing drink discount from Kith & Kin in Artesia or Blue House in Carlsbad. We use leading-edge, FDA-approved Genius 3D mammography technology to deliver more accurate results faster and with more comfort. Women over 40 do not need a referral for yearly screenings. Learn more at artesiageneral.com/mammogram.
At Martine's Capital Cafe, come in and enjoy a delicious variety for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Try our burritos, huevos rancheros, asado, chorizo, sausage, flantas, fajitas, chili rellenos, quesadillas, enchiladas, sopapillas, and don't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger and so much more. Everything is prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients. Martine's Capital Cafe. Quality, value, tradition, and the most delicious New Mexican food since 1989. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th Street in Roswell.
Do you love your car? Yes. Well, Roswell Hyundai wants to help you keep your current car with a lower payment. Introducing Refi with Hyundai. Roswell Hyundai wants to help you refinance your current vehicle with rebates and discounts to lower your payment. If you're ready to upgrade, Roswell Hyundai has a fresh inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles with special financing available regardless of your credit with I-10 accepted. Don't forget, all new Hyundais come with a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty and 3 years of free oil changes. So, what makes Roswell Hyundai the #1 used car dealership in southeastern New Mexico? You do. Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd.
Clyde Lewis and Ground Zero is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
And we're closing in on 8 o'clock. We'll be back on the other side of Town Hall News. We're going to play our interview we had with the American Legion folks talking about the hurricane relief efforts going on now. That's up next hour.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Greg Clugston in Washington. Nebraska's Supreme Court has ruled that people with felony records can register to vote and cast ballots in next month's presidential election. Today's decision affects several thousand Nebraska residents. The Biden administration is increasing pressure on the Israeli government to address the worsening humanitarian crisis in Gaza within 30 days, or risk losing U.S. weapons assistance. White House National Security spokesman John Kirby.
Because there's been a decrease in humanitarian assistance, and it matters to us as to why, when, why now, because, again, tied to a recent decrease. But it's not like we haven't communicated these concerns in writing before to the Israelis. We have. And, we'll continue to stay on this very, very important topic.
Meanwhile, Israeli airstrikes killed at least 21 people in southern Lebanon today. Florida residents hard hit by Hurricane Milton are starting to get back on their feet. Governor Ron DeSantis says the state's free fuel program has been a big help.
We have now dispensed, just from the state, over 2.5 million gallons of gas free to the people of Florida. So we've done regular gas, we've done diesel. Some of that has been just backfilling stations who needed it, and they weren't maybe able to get it from the port. But a lot of it has been our fuel sites that we've set up.
Electricity has been restored to most of Florida. The number of customers without power is now under 80,000. The Small Business Administration is pausing new loan offers after running out of disaster assistance money. Congress won't be back until after the election to approve more funds. More than 100 people were killed after a gasoline tanker overturned and exploded in Nigeria overnight. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Americans now have more credit card debt than at any time in history, owing a staggering $1.3 trillion collectively. What happens when most people can't pay their bills? Well, the U.S. economy is clearly moving into uncertain territory. That's why more Christians are turning to gold just for their peace of mind. I'm Lance Wallnow, Christian news analyst with a 30-year track record of predicting trends. The Bible tells us that gold is a time-tested store of value that can protect your God-given assets through almost anything, including America's historic debt bubble. And here's the good news. You can own gold through your 401k or IRA. My friends at Birch Gold Group can help you buy gold for your retirement account, tax-free and penalty-free. To learn more, text the word FAITH to 989898 for an info kit from Birch Gold that's entirely free, zero cost or obligation. Text that next step right now and take it. Text FAITH to the number 989898 for your free info kit. That's FAITH to 989898.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
China is poised to disrupt the global oil market.
That's according to a new report by the International Energy Agency. In recent years, China has accounted for most of the growth in oil demand and planet heating emissions. However, electric vehicles now make up 40% of new sales of cars in China and 20% globally, putting major oil and gas producers, quote, in a bind.
That's correspondent Jeremy House. October's supermoon is the closest of the year, and it's teaming up with a comet for a rare star-gazing 2-for-1. The moon will be 222,000 miles away tonight, making it seem even bigger and brighter than the August and September supermoons. It will reach its full lunar phase tomorrow. A supermoon appears about 3 or 4 times a year. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Dupes
of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Wednesday.
Yes.
Hope your Wednesday's going well.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's quite delightful outside.
Yeah, cooler.
Yeah. There's a crispness in the air.
Yeah. Well, according to my weather, it's not even 50 yet.
No.
It says 49.
Nice. Creeping up.
Allegedly.
But what's nice is it's not even like cold, but the wind is just cool enough that it kind of, makes the hairs on the arm stand up a little bit.
Full on fall feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It is.
You know what's, and I noticed this yesterday too. I'll just be like meandering about town, about my business, and just little bursts of the smell of a Hobby Lobby will kind of just come wafting across my nose. Like I was walking up to the school, to Hunter's school yesterday to pick him up, and there's like this big dirt parking lot across the street from the school where everybody parks to, pick up their kids who don't want to get in line. So as I'm walking through this big dirt field, I'm like 3 rows back. There's just like one little cinnamon. Is that pumpkin I smell? It was just kind of like just little bursts of fall time air coming out.
That apple?
It's like when people open their truck or their car door and they have like one of those like, not herbal essences, but like the Yankee Candle Company car scent things.
Yeah, and in all fairness, and I'm not saying all, but I'm not a fan of usually the fall candle smells and things.
Really?
And candles.
Okay.
Like
okay.
And I really have a thing against food scented candles. I don't like I don't mind fruit like if it's watermelon or whatever. But when they're like birthday cake or
a lot of the really super sweet ones,
any kind of pastry is usually pretty gross to me.
Lest we start talking about that carnival candle I had a year ago.
That was they need to ship those to Guantanamo Bay.
I think it was meant to smell like kettle corn, is what I think it was they were going for.
It smelled like something.
But no, I can understand that. You're not a fan of like things that smell like food because it also kind of evokes you wanting the food. And
also like in vanilla smells, like fake that. Like I don't mind vanilla ice cream or vanilla things, but like the vanilla candles smells or vanilla Cokes, they always taste so good.
I'm gonna ruin some people's day right now.
All right.
So if you ever see a vanilla flavored product that is not flavored with actual vanilla, which says like, natural flavoring, natural flavors. Vanillin is the chemical they're most likely using.
Okay.
Vanillin is harvested, if you will, from these sacks, basically like scent sacks on the back end next to the butthole of a beaver.
Okay. I've heard something about beavers.
Beavers emit this scent or flavor, I guess, naturally. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you're eating or having something that has like a vanilla flavor and it's not natural vanilla, then you're having beaver sack squeezins.
Thank God I'm a chocolate guy.
It is a little off-putting when you find out about it.
I got to get the hour going, but you said something that's triggered something else, and I got to get it out real quick, and then we got to get the hour going. But I was watching like their Inside Edition or whatever. I happened to be sitting down yesterday on that, and of course, there's a big push now to get the Melendez brothers freed because of the movie on Netflix and all that. And like I get like even Rosie O'Donnell's like on board now and all that, so it's the whole thing. But anyway, an offshoot of this Melendez brothers documentary movie thing on Netflix. Apparently, a new generation of people are now getting into Milli Vanilli because of that show.
Really?
Because there's quite a bit of Milli Vanilli all sprinkled through it. And if you're looking at the charts now, Milli Vanilli songs are getting back on the charts.
Hilarious.
And
you got to feel bad for Rob Pilatus. I mean, the poor guy
they interviewed Vanilli or the other guy that's still alive.
Yeah.
And he's all, because I guess he gets money for this. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that works. Does he still get paid for these songs?
I have no
idea.
I mean, I'm not sure given the whole, they
they're not
sing.
his.
Right. So I don't know. I'm not sure. How do you tour after that? I'm Vanilli.
Yeah.
But the whole thing with that is there was a meme I saw a while back. It was like Milli Vanilli looking at kids getting TikTok famous today by lip syncing songs.
Right. Let's say they're just ahead of their time.
They were way ahead of their time. But yeah, that's interesting. I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah. But yeah, I saw that on
you say songs, and there's only two that I can think of. It's Girl, You Know It's True, and Blame It on the Rain.
Blame It on the Rain, and there was also Baby, Don't Forget My Number, if you remember that one. Baby, don't forget
Was that them? Well, no, obviously it
That was
wasn't.
a Millie Vanilli song. Yes, it was. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it was under their name.
That's the one you got to feel bad, like, because nobody made any effort to find out who it actually was.
Yeah, like other two guys who were like, I'm really Millie and Vanilli, or maybe they don't exist.
Right.
Maybe they're AI before AI was AI. Maybe it was Max Headroom.
There you go. I think Kid and Play ruined a lot of people into thinking that, like, when you're in like a band, one is Kid and one is Play. I'm pretty sure Millie, there's not a Millie and a Vanilli, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's like there's not a, for example, there's not a Hootie and the Blowfish.
What about a Chris and a Cross?
In that way. Actually, no, their names were Daddy Mac and Mac Daddy, so it was, it's pretty close.
Yeah. All right, we're going to play our interview we had last week. We had Russ and Commander Lee from American Legion Post 61 join us late last week to talk about kind of a grassroots hurricane relief caravan effort. They got a trail they're going to load up thanks to folks from Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. But they're collecting donations at the Chamber and at Southwest Printers right now through this Friday. So we're getting up on the deadline to do that. So I want to do a last-minute push to remind folks to donate or if you want to get involved here. So we're going to play that interview in just a minute. But first, let's get you to your weather and, ironically or weirdly enough, a bevy of commercials. And then we'll get back to the interview here on the other side. Don't go away.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have cold front dropping in today, and that'll keep things nice and cool, mid-60s to about 70 on the afternoon high, maybe a little bit breezy, and we get sunshine all day. A few clouds drifting through for the overnight hours, and we're in the upper 40s. Warming up a little bit on Thursday. It'll be a breezy and sunny day. Highs will be in the mid-70s. Mostly sunny and upper 70s Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
The November general election is November 5th. On your ballot will be GEO Bond 3, which supports Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, as well as the New Mexico Military Institute. Bond 3 will not raise taxes. It is a continuation of a current bond. Proceeds from GEO Bond 3 are used by Eastern New Mexico University Roswell to expand the aviation maintenance hangar, to provide more hands-on experience for students, allow for more advanced and comprehensive workforce training, and state-of-the-art infrastructure to support cutting-edge aviation technology. Proceeds from GEO Bond 3 will support mechanical systems renovations at Wilson Hall at New Mexico Military Institute, including a complete overhaul of the HVAC system. Remember, Bond 3 is tax neutral and will provide for local jobs and economic development, and will help ENMU Roswell and NMMI meet student and community needs. The 2024 general election is November 5th.
It's October, and that means it's time to paint Roswell Honda pink. We partnered up with the Chaves County Cancer Fund to help raise much-needed money, and we are gearing up for another amazing year. Roswell Honda is giving away some great prizes, including 4 designer purses from Coach, Kate Spade, and Michael Kors. Pretty in pink, of course. Stop by for a free entry or 3 entries with a qualified test drive, and that's not all. With rates as low as 1.9% and over 100 quality pre-owned vehicles on the lot, there's never been a better time to get behind the wheel. Here's Joe Salzar to tell you all about it.
Don't let vehicle pricing rumors fool you. With Roswell Honda's market-based program tool, we are making it easier than ever to get the best deal in southeastern New Mexico. And with every vehicle sold in the month of October, we will donate $50 to the Chaves County Cancer Fund.
Join us Saturday, October 26th from 10 to 1 p.m. We will have a special performance by the Charlie's Angels. Bring cash to support the cause and purchase goods from our many vendors. Help us make it happen for the Chaves County Cancer Fund, and let's paint Roswell Honda pink.
A bedroom is a quiet escape where I go for peace and comfort. This is Melanie at Glenn's Furniture. I know how important the most private room in your home is for your life and the lives of your family. That's why we offer a selection of bedroom groups that make living easier and more comfortable. Modern designs, bold curves, and stylish fabrics elevate your bedroom space. You'll find your new set easy to sleep on and even easier to own. Come see us at Glenn's on the corner of Union and Alameda, where delivery is free since 1953.
Who doesn't think the dentist is a big deal? I know what you're thinking. What will they find? How much will it hurt? What are my options? Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher, and I am here to tell you that here at Carabelli Dental, it is our job to put you at ease. With options like sedation dentistry, you can rest assured that regardless of what dental work you might need, you can get it done while resting comfortably. Call our office now and speak to our knowledgeable staff about setting up your new patient appointment.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental or call 575-622-4455.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber to home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans and options to fit your family. With Fast, get true 100 megs per second download and upload speed. With Faster, get true 500 megs of download and upload speeds. And with Fastest, you get 1 gig. Learn more at plateautel.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
Maybe your AC unit needs a little tender loving care. If you don't know where to turn, then you don't know Jack.
Fergalicious.
In fact, they're downright funky.
Fergalicious.
Let the boys at Fergie's Plumbing and Heating get your AC unit ice cold, just like some of my lady friends. Don't let any fool make you lose your cool. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating. If you don't know Fergie, then you don't know Jack. 632-2660.
Fergalicious.
Check out some of the pre-Halloween specials you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Select varieties of Food Club shredded or chunk cheeses are 2 for $4, and select 10 packs of Kool-Aid Jammers are 2 for $5. In produce, select sizes of strawberries, blackberries, or raspberries are 2 for $5, and jack-o'-lantern pumpkins are $3.99 each. In the meat department, family packs of choice boneless beef bottom chuck roasts are $5.99 a pound, and family packs of boneless center-cut pork loin chops are $2.49 a pound. These are just some of the pre-Halloween specials you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Sigmund Freud once believed that cocaine could be used to help treat a morphine addiction. Mike used bacon to get over his addiction to beef. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, some of our American Legion Post 61 family joining us here. Of course, Commander Lee's back with us. And I don't think one we've had on the radio here before. One of our members here, Russell Cyphers, as well. Jen is, I think she's getting a beverage. Our auxiliary president joining as well. Good morning, gentlemen. How y'all doing today?
Good.
Doing well. Of course, you know, as we mentioned at the beginning here, Veterans Day is right around the corner, and we'll talk a little bit more about that here in a little bit. But the main point of today is hurricane relief here. Obviously, what's going on with back-to-back hurricanes, there's a lot of people in need on the East Coast right now.
Yeah, I'll tell you, our member here, Russell Cyphers, he came up with this plan. He wanted to drive a truck out east, so I'm going to let him talk about it. But you had said that it's national only in the fact that we're probably going to get national attention.
Sure.
But American Legion Family 61 is leading the way here.
Okay, I was thinking this was going to meet up with someone, and then they're going to add
it. Could
to
be.
It
Could be.
Get
it
more
depends on what the American Legion riders have planned for us.
Okay.
But
it's all grassroots starting here.
My vision was, after Russ ran with it, and I started talking to state people, was, hey, let's get this truck to stop at American Legion Post along the route, you know, either through on I-20, I-40, I don't care.
Maybe give those as collection points, and they can pick up on the way. Yeah,
get money, get supplies. You know, as he delivers supplies as well, you know, as they deplete, maybe we can hit another American Legion post, maybe restock or whatever, and keep going. But I want to let Russ talk about his own idea here.
Yeah, kind of, because I think at this point, obviously, this is happening quick. Because we don't have months to organize these things. We're trying to get this stuff out here in days, not weeks. So, but I would imagine that this is where the public comes in. We need the donations, things like that. Yeah. Collecting this
stuff.
Well,
I put a call into Andrea Moore at the Chamber of Commerce. She hasn't called me back yet, but I was hoping to park that truck down at Roswell Chamber of Commerce for a little while. And have that as like a collection point here locally until he leaves for Alamogordo.
Sure. And that's a good central location. Everyone knows where it's at. And it's easy to enough to navigate.
I haven't got permission from her yet, but that was
we're working. That's
one
the
of the
angle
calls
we're
I
working.
put in.
And obviously, if that's the case or changes, we'll tell you as soon as that decision's been finalized.
So, Ross, why don't you talk about why you came up with this idea and all that?
Okay, I came up with the idea a couple of nights after the storm, after listening to the news of the ridiculous response from the administration.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided, I talked to my wife. I don't do nothing without her permission.
He's a married man, folks. He's been married a long time.
39 years next week.
That's how you get married 35 years, is little nuggets of wisdom like that.
No, he said 39.
So she was pleased with the
9
idea.
years, sorry.
So I talked to the commander here because he's a great fundraiser. I needed points of contact.
Sure.
And he hooked me up with riders for the American Legion. And they said, well, come here to Alamogordo.
Gotcha.
Excuse me. And we'll load you up and we'll escort you to where we want you to go.
Okay.
So I said, fine. So I got a week, 2 weeks. I'm retired. I got nothing to do. I got a truck that's paid off. It's good shape. I'm hauling the trailer full of whatever.
Nice.
And
you're
taking
just like, hey,
to
people
the
need
East
help.
Coast.
I got time. I got ability. Let's see what I can do here.
I don't know if I'm going to Florida because from what I saw on the news this morning on TV before I showed up is that there's a couple million people without power.
To be honest, it sounds like the real aid is probably going to be a more northern route through Tennessee and into Carolina. Yeah. That's where it sounds like the most needs at this moment. Now, that may change after what we're seeing.
Well, the actual run's going to be on October 19th.
Okay, so we're about a week out here.
Things may calm down a little bit between now and then.
But regardless, there's millions of dollars in damage, things. People need to rebuild lives. So I would imagine everything from water to even tools and building supplies and, maybe not like wood and lumber, but tools, things that shovels, rakes, whatever.
What's your weight limit on this?
I've got a trailer that's going to be, it'll hold about 6,000 pounds.
6,000, okay.
About 12,000, no, about 12,000 pounds, about 6 tons.
And I'll even throw this out there. Anybody out there listening that's kind of hearing this and thinking, I'm kind of in like Russell's situation here. I got a little time. I got a vehicle. Let me offer a second vehicle to ride in this
you can
caravan.
hook up with him if you want to.
Absolutely.
The more the merrier.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We figure it's going to cost about $500 a diesel to do this, but
and that's where we as a Legion were like, hey, we're going to help with those costs and things, but we need the public for the donations for all the supplies that we're trying to get back east.
Well, the trip's going to probably cost in the $1,000-$1,200 range. So anybody who wants to help sponsor this, we really appreciate that.
Any
because he's
leftover
going to
cash?
need hotel rooms. He's going to need meals.
Well, and here's another thing too. You might want to carry gasoline just for yourself because once you get closer east, opportunities to refill might be hard to do. So you might want to carry.
I have a pony tank. I have a 50-gallon pony tank on the back of my truck, so I'm good for about 70 gallons at a shot for about 600 or 700 miles.
And this is why you want to be friends with veterans.
Dale Rogers of Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply has already donated a 8x16 flatbed trailer for the cause.
Okay.
JP and Bianca Cheney from Southwest Printing has given their permission to be a drop-off point for any funds.
Great.
Excellent.
To be going. Any leftover money, when I get there, will be going to Samaritan's Purse. So you will be helping me get the stuff there and helping whatever extra cash to the people that need it more than I do.
And this is something, because like you said at the very beginning of this, this you were inspired by what the lack of response you're seeing in the media and what's going on there.
And the American people don't need that kind of stuff, so I'm going to help.
And this is why I love this so much. And again, I've said this on the radio before, and not that, Red Cross, all these support them. They do, on the global scale, the big things.
Great work.
They are the ones that usually have the muscle and the things to do the big stuff. But
we also might want to bring little stuff too.
But that's what I'm saying. I want to support the
I'm
grassroots.
thinking, not prescription stuff, but any kind of medical. Gauze bandage. Things of that first aid kit, something like that.
Think like a Boy Scout.
Yeah. Or you might want to think of something small.
Or Scout now, I'm sorry.
Nightgowns.
Toothbrushes, toothpaste,
nightgowns,
get your cream, get your powder.
Things like that.
Paper products. Paper towels, toilet paper.
Think of the stuff you donate to the women's shelter.
Blankets, towels.
Things of that nature.
Sure.
People are going to need
hygiene products.
Right. They're going to need all kinds of stuff that they won't be able to go to the grocery store for.
Yeah. And to be honest, creature comforts aren't, you throw a bag of Oreos in there.
Toilet paper, whatever.
But even the little things aren't necessarily life or death, but something that just brings a little, candy bars and things like that. I mean, maybe those melt, but things that aren't, you know what I'm saying? Don't think, well, they don't need that. You know what? I'm telling you, that sometimes just something that reminds them of a better time, just readjust your mindset and tackle. So don't underestimate the value of cupcakes and things like that too, because they do.
Even magazines. I don't care.
Yeah, stuff
that you're throwing away anyway.
The comfort features that normally every family and household have, they don't have anymore. They don't have toothbrushes, toothpaste, pens, any of that kind of stuff.
Everything they own in some
Everything they own is gone. So.
They've literally got themselves and whatever they're wearing on their back at that moment.
Correct.
And
so I'm looking for laundry detergent, all that kind of neat stuff too.
Yeah.
So
and the
what about clothing and things, or should we hold off on that?
Well, I think that's a personal thing, and that's what the money's going to be for.
So let them buy their own clothes. Let's just work on.
Well,
the stuff
maybe some generic underclothes.
We might
and that
think
kind of
about emergency stuff like he's talking about. But and this is not intended to be a political statement, but with the anemic response from the federal government, $750. I mean, you just lost a $500,000 home, and you got a voucher for $750 that you have to travel to the next town to go get.
Yeah,
and then we have to pay it back after you get.
And you have to pay it back when you're done.
Absolutely. Now, obviously,
grab
some people
a Ukrainian flag and say, "Hey, look, I'm sort of here."
But then there's the thing, some people, obviously affluent people, they probably got backup plans. But the case is, those people aren't the people that are having problems right now.
I remember that
they literally lost everything.
I remember the hurricane they had down in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name of that particular one, but where they had all the people in the dome down there. And
Harvey, was that the one in New Orleans?
No, Katrina.
Katrina, that's it.
But
the one in New Orleans. Yeah,
it was just a nightmare. I mean, the federal government was just not prepared for the level of response that was required. I mean, they had buses underwater and all that stuff.
You had pretty much an entire city migrate and leave the city and settle in other places and never come back. I mean, Texas and New Mexico, you're going to...
Well, at the time, we had them in Colorado.
Yeah,
too,
but I'd even say to this day, you're going to probably meet someone in those areas. Like, I've been here since Katrina.
Well, I was down in that area of the country whenever Andrew came through back in the 90s. I was in Mississippi. I was on a shipyard there. I was picking up a brand new ship from being in the Navy. Just commissioned a new ship, and we were off the coast there. We weren't quite ready to go to sea, but we went ahead and deployed because we couldn't be tied to a pier when Andrew come through. And that ruined. My brother and his wife were stationed in Florida, and their home was gone after Andrew.
Sure. So, and that's something when hurricanes hit, the big boats go out to sea. They're like, we don't hang out here. We go out and protect them. And you're dealing with folks that literally lost everything. They've got nothing. And so anything we can do, and like you said, there's going to be other efforts, there's going to be things, and keep all doing that. We're just saying, you know what? This is something we hear is, and granted, this is a veteran brain. That's how veteran brains work. And generally people that have spent time in the military.
When Russ first approached me with this, I got a little concerned because I thought his humanitarian side was getting a little ahead of his safety. So that's
a big bite.
That's when I said, no, let's get the riders involved because I know that
let's pull resources.
They carry concealed and they would be able to protect him.
And there's a reason they're called the riders.
Route.
They ride, they travel, they things, us legionnaires,
Because the first thing I thought was,
we grow roots.
You get on the East Coast there and people are desperate. They're going to come rob him.
Sure.
So I said, you're going to have a group of people traveling with you to
and that's why I'm hoping the idea is as you're hitting various posts as you head east, that you pick up traffic and you pick up
I don't want
people.
this to turn into Somalia, where you're
what I would love to see
humanitarian aid and you get, everybody.
But what I would love to see, it turns into a caravan of one or two vehicles, and by the time he gets to, say, Tennessee, there's a caravan
convoy,
20 of them. You know, I mean, that's what I'd like to see.
You know, we can have him up front be Rubber Duck.
Sure.
You know, there you go.
And then by default, it picks a momentum. More law enforcement start joining the. You know, I mean, that's what we're trying to create here. Yeah. And we're going to start it right here in Roswell. And
that's why I
Gordo,
approached the state. The state couldn't help me too much because they were all on their way to Indianapolis.
Gotcha.
But then I got a hold of the director for the American Legion Riders here in New Mexico. And next thing you know, this grassroots swelled to the point where we had an escort. We had a bunch of American Legion posts that were going to start contributing to this effort.
Sure.
I've already approached Pioneer Bank. I don't have an answer back from them, but they've always been good in throwing a few bucks at stuff.
Okay.
But I haven't approached any of the other banks in town, but it would be really nice if we could
just curious, has anybody talked to our sheriff's department yet?
I have not.
It might be a good resource to tap into something.
No offense, but they don't answer the phone. So.
Well, they're kind of busy. It's election year. I don't think he's not up, but anyway.
I know, he's not.
Well,
but he does have a lot of medical stuff lately.
After we finish here, I'm going over to Southwest Printer. JP said, and Bianca said they would help me design a flyer.
Okay.
And I'm going to pass those out.
And if anybody's listening from the city that says, hey, maybe we can help out resource-wise here too, we would love to have that, whether it's through the police department or through one of the other departments in the city.
And we won't turn down help. I'll tell you that
We're just trying to, it's all grassroots, just a bunch of people saying, hey, how do we get stuff to somebody somewhere? And to be honest, this is all just avalanching as it goes. Here.
Right. If you want to donate money for this specific event, just you can go to our website, and I'm probably going to put a special PayPal link on our page today.
That way, it just defaults to that.
I haven't gotten to it yet because this has just happened so fast.
There's 20 things going on right now.
And but if you write checks or anything like that to the American Legion Post 61, just put in the memo line for hurricane relief, and 100% of that money will go towards this endeavor.
Absolutely. We won't put it towards memory law or any
other
endeavor.
This is just for the victims
relief.
of the hurricane.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so whatever you can do there, and like we said, that money we'll give to them to use however they see fit, unless our supplies are really limited, then maybe we'll go out and buy water or buy whatever.
That's what it's intended for.
But if we got enough of that stuff, then we
Yeah.
can keep that cash directly and get it when they get there. Say, is there other needs you have? Here's whatever that is, whatever we have left over, basically.
I might contact Hector down at Pepsi. He's always good for donations, especially water.
Sure.
And see if he can donate a few crates or something, and at least get us started.
Right. Yes.
I know that other American Legion posts will be bringing stuff to the Alamogordo State meeting.
Great.
But I do not know what that response looks like as of yet.
Yes. It just so happens that tonight our Legion family will be meeting at the Roswell Chamber of Commerce at 6 p.m. this evening.
Yes.
I will offer this up. If you happen to have a case of water or something, you just be listening, come by.
Bring it to the chamber.
Yeah. Now, if you got pallets of things, we're going to need a heads up. But if you do have one or two items, come by the meeting. And like I said, you'll see a bunch of people in pointy hats. That's us.
Well, you're not a group until you have special hats.
That's right. And then we'll be happy to accept those donations if you got it. We'll be there beginning at 6 p.m. tonight. That's
6
when,
p.m.
Yeah. So.
Well, we'll actually be there a little bit
earlier, but our official meeting starts at 6.
Right. So. The regular meeting is at
You roll
6.
up at 5:30 or so. There will be people there.
Somebody's there.
Or about 5-ish.
Actually, we start at 5.
Yeah. So technically about 4:45.
That's just the executive board. But, I mean, if you want to bring stuff by, we'll run somebody out to the parking lot to greet you.
Absolutely.
So that's no problem at all. And then we should be able to get a hold of Andrea between now and then to make sure, we're good. Because unless she's got a bunch of meetings between now and the 19th, we might be able to stack stuff up there.
Maybe there's a place they can keep it for a couple days or a while.
This is not confirmed.
Yeah,
we have to get
like
permission.
I said, we're all kind of just brainstorming and trying to say, all right, how do we make this happen?
This all happens so fast.
So it spills out onto the radio, which is a good thing because I'm hoping some people are listening and saying, yeah, this is what I want to do. Let me offer you some logistics here to help out because we're just trying to get help there, and all's on the table here. Anybody listening that wants to get involved or can offer services or maybe want to get more involved and say, Russell, you got a two truck caravan now, or you got 3, whatever way, shape, or form, all's on the table here. All we're trying to do is try to get relief to these folks
people,
as quick as humanly
and
possible.
it's not veterans specifically that we're trying to help here. It's everybody.
You breathe, you eat, you're a human being. This is what this is about. This is
veterans stepping up to help our community.
Yeah. We just happen to, on Thursdays once a month get together and do things, and said, well, let's go do things this way. And this is, and just to brag on Legion, we're a service organization. This is what we do, and we have our kind of tentpole causes like memory law and something we've adopted and fostered and we're still working on, by the way. We're not there yet, but we're doing our thing there as best we can. But that being said, we kind of like to be a little loosey-goosey, where if we have to triage, because much of the things we do is very much a part of the fabric of what Legion does is support veterans and things, and from time to time there's always a veteran in need in some way, shape, or form that come into town or hard times hit them, and so we try to triage for that first. So this is kind of in our wheelhouse, these kind of events. This is what we want to do. But that being said, this is nothing, like I said, it's not veteran, it's just veteran started. It's not veteran specific.
My wife has reminded us, animals need help too.
It's not a bad idea. Dog food, cat food,
things like that. Crates.
Yeah.
Blankets.
Maybe if you got booties and things like doggy, cat booties.
Diapers.
Yeah, those might not be bad things. Yeah, exactly.
Diapers would be good. I'm not going to suggest we, do things like baby food or anything like that necessarily.
But if you got a case of formula, we'll load it up in the van.
I'm just saying that think of more basic.
Sure.
And then the money, if we can hand out a little bit of money to people, they should be able to buy some of the stuff.
But I would
provided they have a store they can get to. So
exactly. Well, that's just it. I mean, there's destruction, but also the supply chain is disrupted. McDonald's and Walmart, they're not going to have trucks rolling in with burgers.
In fact, I read a story, I think it was last night, that they're stopping all the trucks from going in there. So all those trucks that
I believe they even closed Disney World yesterday, which
the stores, they're not letting them in.
I guess they're waiting for what's left over. It's like, all right, now we got to shell. I don't know. That's a weird logic, but all right. But
I don't know. As a truck driver, I don't know what kind of a risk they would be taking. Those tall trucks, I'm thinking, high winds or hurricane or whatever. You could get your trailers destroyed. But you got to get somewhere. Hopefully they got super centers or something that they can get this equipment to and stuff. I saw an image on television last night. They had like 100 public service company trucks just sitting there getting ready to deploy, but they can't go into those areas until they're safe enough to get into them.
Sure.
So,
and I think a lot of them were coming in before the storm hits. And triaging outside, and then when
I even heard the Alaska National Guard's coming in, so
that's good. I love hearing all that. Yeah. But
I know, but traveling that Pan American Highway, all those heavy trucks, that's got to be quite a sight to see.
And I actually saw some of that online yesterday too, where just not even like organizations or media entities, just
and
individual
our state's
people
not really stepping up, and that's odd to me when you got Alaska coming. But New Mexico's not. I mean, what's wrong with this picture? Yeah. I mean, I feel so frustrated.
So here we are. We're going to step up and do our thing, and and so if you want to help out, this is a way we're trying to do it. Like we said, it's nothing set in stone. Everything. We're just saying, all right, let's start gathering stuff and start finding a way to get it east.
So I really appreciate Russ, our local American hero. But
I
think it was John Madden that said, "Don't do anything great if you're not ready to accept the praise."
We could use that Madden cruiser right now, by the way.
We could use John Madden for that man.
John Madden would be good. Yeah. I'm just doing this because I had to do something. I'm getting tired of sitting around and watching stuff, so I got to do something.
Sure. Well, and that's veteran mental health right there. You know, that's kind of
20 years in the military. You kind of get service oriented.
Yes, you do.
And and you feel I need to do something with my hands right now.
Correct.
And so
I wasn't even in 20 years. I got that kind of fever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, I started my own post, and I've been fighting for vets and our local community now for.
And that's
we do
years.
a lot of work with the local children and different children's groups here, also with the vets and children. That's our main purposes that I know of.
Yeah, scouting. You know, we're kind of in a little hiatus with scouting right now, but this is all part of the community. This is what veterans do. And by the way, are there any other vets out there listening or vet adjacent, maybe family members? We're always looking to add to the family here. I know it's a weird time to do a plug, but we can always use more members to be a part of it. So again, we're having our meeting tonight at 6 p.m. Come visit. At the Chamber of Commerce.
I did reach out to the VFW. We had a positive response from them.
They rallied too. So
I reached out to Post 28. I haven't got a response yet, but I imagine they will do something.
Well, if need be, maybe they're storage because they do have their own facility right now. So that might be
there's that.
That might be a way they can serve and help here. So.
Right. If we can't get the chamber, or maybe there's.
Or maybe they're a collection point there.
Yeah, collection point. Maybe.
That's a good problem to have. I'm kind of hoping we got that problem. Like we're running out of room on the truck. We need more. That would be a delightful problem to have.
Yes, it would. It really would. I wouldn't mind that a bit.
Yeah. But that's what we're putting out the call to the public right now. A big thing, we need donations, but we also are looking for resources. If you want to get more involved in this, or even as much as going with Russ to head back east. We're not asking everybody to do that, but if you
you want to do something as little as just help load the truck.
Absolutely, we need bodies, and absolutely. The more hands make less work. That's just fact. And so
every dollar will help,
and that's just it too. This is grassroots. This is so we don't have a overhead fee, and we're not going to take 10% of your donations or any of that nonsense.
No, 100% of the money,
all volunteers.
100% of the money will go towards this relief effort.
Absolutely.
I just thought of something that we're going to need, probably tied down straps, stuff like that for the truck. So
that's another thing Dale's going to take care of.
Oh, Dale's got it already? Okay.
He's got the trailer. He's got the straps. They're going to let me borrow. Tarps, I haven't talked to Dale about that, but I can do that after I talk to JP later this morning.
But we'll probably need all these things.
Okay.
Because depending upon what we got on the truck, we may have to have some of it covered and happy all the way.
Absolutely, so, especially it's full of paper products and things that doesn't do well to moisture. We got to protect it.
Correct. And I don't think there's going to be a lot of room in the cab.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's going to be full of me and my co-pilot and everything that I'm going to personally.
Are you going to have a pack of Charmin sitting on your lap while you're driving?
Who's going with you?
Right now, it's a toss-up between my youngest son, and my best friend that I used to work with. Pardon me?
Your youngest, is that Peter?
No, that's Andrew.
Andrew. Oh, Andrew is your youngest.
Peter's the gunsmith.
Oh, yeah. I need to talk to him.
Well, he lives and works up in Albuquerque, so.
Oh, he's a long way away.
Yeah, he doesn't like Roswell. It's too small for him.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, that's what you get whenever you raise Navy brats.
I don't like big towns anyway.
As a guy that grew up in a big town, I'm kind of like, this is a little better.
Well, he grew up in Hawaii and San Diego and Corpus Christi and different places like that. So, and then when I retired, we moved here because this is my home.
Now, granted, if I spent time in Hawaii, I could think Roswell's not quite as needy.
Well, that's where Andrew was born.
Yeah.
Andrew was born in Hawaii.
If you're kind of sort of raised a little bit in Hawaii, it's not quite the same, Now, granted, we're a heck of a lot cheaper to live here than Hawaii, but
a gallon of milk when I left in 1992, a gallon of milk was $5 at the military PX.
And you know what? Yeah, that's so you get a discount because when I was in Boy Scouts, I went to a World Jamboree in Australia in 87, 88.
Oh.
But we spent 3 days in Hawaii on the way there, and so we got to stay at a Salvation Army camp and all that. So it was really cool to see Hawaii. But yes, I had accidentally left, and this was back before digital and all that. I had accidentally left because I bought like 20 rolls of film to take pictures and everything, and I forgot it.
Oh.
So I had to buy it in Hawaii. And man, I think I bought 10 rolls, and I think I spent like $100.
Yeah, that sticker shock will get you.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. Yeah.
So since we got about 5 minutes left, let's go ahead and mention Veterans Day Parade's coming up right around the corner, November 9th. We're going to meet at 8:30 on the courthouse lawn. The ceremony will start at 9. The parade will roll maybe 9:45-ish up to the Wool Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it heads north.
It heads
north. The opposite direction of the parade.
We got a gentleman by the name of John Donahue. I guess he's a country western singer.
Oh.
He's going to do a couple songs for us.
Nice.
Tom Blake traditionally had done that, but Tom's kind of retiring a little bit.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. It feels a veterans thing feels like I need a Tom Blake in there somewhere.
I know. But I talked to him on the phone, and he was more than happy to let this John Donahue.
Well, he's a busy man, and he's got a lot of stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm just a little sport. I like Tom.
We do not have an official speaker as of yet. We've got a couple of marshals for the parade.
Excellent.
In fact, one of them is a 97-year-old Navy guy, I guess. I understand.
Sweet. Is he from Roswell, or is he?
Yeah, he's local area. And then we've got we're hoping to get the 101-year-old Marine back, Billy Joe Allen.
She was nice. I got to meet her last year.
Yeah, we're hoping to get her back, but we don't have a response from her daughter.
Health is it takes a lot out of her to be, even last year. She was pretty spent after that.
And we put an offer in for an Army veteran, but I don't believe that the VFW's got a response back from him just yet.
Okay. But we still got a month out. You never know.
Anybody want to go, donations of any type, please go to roswelllegion.org.
Mm-hmm.
If you look down in the area of the pillars, you'll see there's a PayPal link. You can click on that. Even if you don't have PayPal, you can use your credit card, debit card, or whatever.
You don't have to sign up for PayPal.
No, you don't.
Nice.
And it's all very simple. I'm going to try to create a better link, just put it on the top for disaster relief.
Sure.
But when you do the PayPal donation, just put in the memo line, it's for hurricane relief.
And that way we'll know, and we'll earmark it specifically.
Or you can send me a check, 102 North Washington Avenue, Roswell, New Mexico, 88203.
And obviously anything you drop off here at the radio station, I will make sure it gets
radio station, that's the other, or Chamber of Commerce, anything like that. Just put hurricane relief in the memo line, and we will take care of you.
Absolutely.
Any questions, call me, 575-268-0220. Or, like I say, all my contact information is on the front page of roswelllegion.org.
Yeah, that's kind of your one-stop shop. You can learn about everything we're doing, including this hurricane stuff, but scholarships, memory lawn stuff, to Veterans Parade, all of our other projects and things we do. Or you can find more about it there at the website.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And
like I said, Veterans Parade is a month out. There's not an official sign-up. We're basically come that day.
Yes.
But if you plan to, you might want to start prepping and preparing now and getting together, whether your organization wants to put one in.
If you want to put in a rolling display or something like that, you may want to check with me. There are certain rules and regulations for those things.
But we'll be meeting
we have to follow.
But we'll do staging in that parking lot behind the courthouse there on Virginia. That's traditionally where
or Pioneer Plaza.
Or Pioneer. Kind of
Those two items.
And then it just kind of oozes together as they go.
I do want to thank the city this year because they really streamlined the process for our permitting. In the past, it's always been a bottleneck. This year, it sailed right through without any real major issues.
Well, we veterans love sailing through things. We've seen so much red tape in our days. When you make it go away, we're happy people.
Whatever floats your boat.
All I'm saying is, as much stuff as veterans go through, pound for pound, they deal with more red tape than ever because it's government.
RoswellLegion.org or call me. We need to get on the stick for this stuff.
Yes.
Anybody. I don't even care if it's a $5 donation.
Every bit.
Small money helps.
Come in with a pocketable change. It's all good. We're just trying to do it. And again, if you want more, you want to get more involved, please come join us tonight at the Roswell Chamber of Commerce. It just so happens to be our monthly Thursday meeting tonight, 6 p.m. at the chamber.
Anything $250 and above is a write-off on your taxes. We're a 501c19. Bear that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have. I'd like to say I've got several $1,000s that I could put in his pocket as he walks out the door. But anything you could do to help us, help our fellow humans east of us.
Yeah,
please get in contact with me.
Just to kind of give you a little real quick before we go here, just kind of the cut of the fabric we're talking here is American Legion had our state convention over the summer here, and guess what? That just so happened right around the time of the Ruidoso fires and all the that trauma we were dealing with, and so we had almost every not every Legionnaire in the state, but representation from all over the state from Legion here. And they literally, and this is why
hands in their pockets.
Yeah, they reach their hand, and Lee comes to me and says, "The guys passed a hat around, and here's $700. What can we do with it?" Or whatever it was, $800.
$1,200.
Yeah, it was a lot of money. And so I, food not bombs and 2 minutes. But that's what we're talking about here. These are just people that want to, and it's exactly kind of what's going on right here with this.
Yeah, we were helping out the Gonzalez Center because they were handing out food to veterans directly right on the street.
Sure.
So we helped them out, and like I say, it was close to $1,200.
Sure.
But that was just passing the hat around.
Sure.
We also had Carlsbad Post. They donated $2,000. They had
pallets of water, if I remember right, or something.
Yeah, I don't even know how much because we turned that over to the writers, which is helping Russ out here.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know how much water, but I know they dropped pallets of water off for the Gonzalez Center.
So that's kind of what's going on here, and it's very grassroots, very much like passing the hat around the room here. And we're just wanting to put a lot in that hat, so we want to get everybody here involved and get our community. Roswell, we know it. When it comes to things like this is a town that rallies. This is a town that offer everything off their backs to help other people here, and we're asking you to partner up with us, and let's see what we can do to help these folks back east.
Every dollar or two will help.
Absolutely.
And if I get a bigger load of supplies that I can haul, I'll see if I can get a bigger trailer.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it's where it's at is small money. I mean, that's why you see me out in farmers market. I'm saying, hey, do you have $1 that you could help veterans out? By the end of the day, I'm holding 500 of them. And if I ask for $500, I might get one guy a month that'll donate $500.
Exactly.
But give me $2-3 here.
Yeah.
That helps. That $500 buys enough water to help.
We're not asking
many families.
Yeah, we're not asking to move the mountain. We're just asking to put a hand there and push with the rest of us. That's all we're asking.
Yeah.
Pick
and
up
everybody generally
pick up a
has
pebble and put it in the back of the trailer.
Exactly.
And generally, everybody has an extra $1, or maybe some change, spare change,
And this is why I went to Commander for fundraising ideas after I had my idea.
What?
I knew he could get things done.
Well, I also love exactly. What I also love too is and we probably need to go here, but what I love about this too is you can use this as a teaching moment, and this is what I think a lot of families do, where they get their kids involved and teach them that server's heart when they're this big instead of when they're this big.
Start with the problem now, and it won't be so big later.
Absolutely.
I've already got volunteers. They're going to go around and pass out flyers and that kind of stuff. My daughter-in-law, her kids, my grandkids, that kind of stuff. So
if you can't help any other way, at least spread the word. Tell other people. That would be a big help too. So
deadline will probably be by next Friday afternoon.
Okay.
On the 18th, because I got to get packed up and ready to go and leave Thursday or Saturday morning on the 19th.
That's kind of one of the hard deadlines when you're picking up stuff.
Right.
So we got about a week.
Got about a week.
So let's rally. Let's see if we can add a few vehicles to this loaded with stuff, and we start the caravan, and who knows, by the time this thing leaves Roswell and hits Tennessee or something, it's going 50 strong, a whole bunch of things.
I answer that phone 24 hours a day. So call me.
Excellent. Well, thank you guys, and thank you for what you guys are doing.
Thank you, Mike.
Anytime. It is 8:57. I got to play just a couple commercials to cover lunch, and news on the way. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Who does?
Oh, Dad, not your car. It smells horrid, and it looks awful. I'm scared, Dad. I'm really scared.
Is your old car really scary? The all-new Roswell Ford will take your scary old tray, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. So you can drive a new Ford or quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV for a lot less. For for a limited time. Get up to $6,000 in bonus cash on new Ford trucks and SUVs, or get 0% APR. Plus, we have a great selection of low-mileage, one-owner pre-owned vehicles, all in prime condition, starting at just $10,000. Don't settle for a low-quality, overpriced clunker. Buy a quality pre-owned vehicle from Roswell Ford for a lot less. Roswell Ford has partnered with the most aggressive lenders that will push to approve you today, even with bad or no credit. Lower prices, exceptional trade-in values, and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford with new management and a whole new attitude. 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell, or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 36 months and $27.78 per thousand finance on select models. Subject to lender approval through Ford Credit. Offers not combined.
Hey, this is Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing. Every storm chaser's worst nightmare. You know storm chasers, those out-of-town roofers that descend on neighborhoods after big storms. They come in, do a crummy job, then poof, they're gone forever. Well, a few years ago, our area had a hailstorm, and right on cue, storm chasers showed up. I was driving home from work one evening and saw one talking to an elderly lady on her porch. I said, "Not today, buddy." I did a U-turn, pulled in the driveway, and walked right up to them. I warned the woman who they were talking to, and I chased away the storm chaser. The woman's daughter called me later and said a storm chaser ripped them off a few years ago. She thanked me for stopping this one and chose Trustmark for her roof. Trustmark Roofing. Every storm chaser's nightmare. Every homeowner's champion. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring and roof gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF. Or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first. At Artesia General Hospital, we know it's early, but schedule your mammogram today and save. Call 855-RAD-EXAM and save 10% off mammograms scheduled through October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and get a refreshing drink discount from Kith & Kin in Artesia or Blue House in Carlsbad. We use leading-edge, FDA-approved Genius 3D mammography technology to deliver more accurate results faster and with more comfort. Women over 40 do not need a referral for yearly screenings. Learn more at artesiageneral.com/mammogram.
At Martine's Capital Cafe, come in and enjoy a delicious variety for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Try our burritos, huevos rancheros, asado, chorizo, sausage, flantas, fajitas, chili rellenos, quesadillas, enchiladas, sopapillas, and don't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger and so much more. Everything is prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients. Martine's Capital Cafe. Quality, value, tradition, and the most delicious New Mexican food since 1989. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th Street in Roswell.
Now for your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Roswell police involved in a shooting Tuesday near West Country Club Road and North Kentucky Avenue. A prepared statement provided by the police department says the incident began when officers tried to arrest a man named Louis Joseph Archuleta. Archuleta had pulled into the parking lot of the Candlewood Suites on Military Heights Drive. The officers had been following and surveilling Archuleta due to him being wanted for various felony crimes, including child abuse. Archuleta stepped on the gas in an attempt to flee, but was involved in a crash nearby. He then tried to get out and run on foot. Officers said they noticed he was holding a handgun, which resulted in officers opening fire on the man and killing him. Eddy County leaders heard a presentation on potential renovations to the county courthouse on Tuesday, but discussions have also centered around potentially building a new judicial complex south of Carlsbad. Staff has been studying the subject over the past few months. Commissioners deferred action on a possible new courthouse to be built, along with a new jail and administration complex back in May. The new complex would be located at 1602 Corrales Road, near the current sheriff's office. Many Carlsbad and Artesia residents, though, have been strongly opposed to plans to move the courthouse. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
I'm Greg Clugston in Washington. Nebraska's Supreme Court has ruled that people with felony records can register to vote and cast ballots in next month's presidential election.
In August, the state's high court heard arguments on a lawsuit challenging a decision by Nebraska's top election officials to ignore a new state law that restores the voting rights of those convicted of a felony. The state attorney general had said in July that the new law was unconstitutional, and Secretary of State Bob Evnen ordered county election officials not to register those with felony convictions for the November election. The American Civil Liberties Union sued on behalf of several Nebraska residents with felonies, but a decision affects some 7,000 people. I'm Donna Warder.
Officials in 2 states hit hard by hurricanes Helene and Milton say they're making good progress in recovery efforts. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis.
We've now had over 4 million accounts restored to power since Hurricane Milton came. That is the fastest that's ever been done for that many accounts.
In North Carolina, Governor Roy Cooper also delivered a positive update.
Power outages are now a little under 13,000, down from 1 million at the beginning. Closed roads are at 580, down from about 1,200.
Despite the progress, tens of thousands of students in the Southeast are dealing with school disruptions. Some districts have no idea when their buildings will reopen. Unveiling a new victory war plan against Russia today, Ukrainian President Zelensky said he wants NATO to invite his country to join the alliance before the war ends. It's a step refused so far by Western allies. More on these stories at townhall.com.
West Financial Group is not a law firm.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
Month's presidential election, new survey results show most voters answer no to Ronald Reagan's famous question, are you better off than you were 4 years ago?
The latest Rasmussen Report's national telephone and online survey finds that 40% of likely U.S. voters say they are better off than they were 4 years ago, while 56% say they are not better off. The survey of 1,050 U.S. likely voters was conducted October 1st and 3rd by Rasmussen Reports. The margin of sampling error was plus or minus 2 percentage points with a 95% level of confidence.
That's correspondent Bernie Bennett. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is being criticized for buying a multi-million-dollar waterfront home during a national housing crisis with federal elections only months away. It came as many Australians are struggling to buy their own home or to rent due to elevated interest rates, rising prices, and limited supply. News and analysis at townhall.com. The coffers have run dry at a government agency that offers disaster loan assistance.
The Small Business Administration has run out of money for its disaster assistance loans, delaying much-needed relief for people applying for aid in the wake of the destruction caused by Hurricanes Helene and Milton. The SBA offers economic injury disaster loans to businesses and people affected by disasters. Congress can approve more funds, but Congress does not reconvene until November 12th. The SBA is pausing new loan offers until it gets more funding, but urges people to keep applying for the loans in the meantime. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
Tech giants Amazon and Google are investing in the next generation of nuclear reactors. Both companies are seeking new sources of carbon-free electricity to meet increasing demand from data centers and AI. More at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The traveler said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Chris and Dearno
of Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Ah, yes.
It's officially the middle of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of nice out, cooler. I guess we're in the 50s now. I hadn't refreshed my weather, but I think we're officially in the 50s now.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's real nice.
And you're going to start seeing the foliage start to kind of shift a little bit. We're still in that hot section, so it's not going to change yet, but
of course,
we're getting there.
You could already go to other parts of the state. You go up mountain areas. They're already getting the
yeah. That's
change.
a great drive up through Ruidoso, heading up towards like the Capitan area, just looking at all those trees. That's a great drive.
In fact, I was watching the weather last night, KOB weather, I think it was, and they were saying that some parts of the state were getting their first frost overnight last night. So, not here, obviously, but up north.
Wow.
Maybe.
From what I've gathered, this was just from talking to some experts on the matter. The broomweed has already bloomed for the year. Fans of Jim Gill will remember that 6 weeks after the broomweed blooms, that's your first frost.
So when you
can expect your first.
Yeah,
frost.
that's a Jim nugget. When did that happen?
A couple weeks ago. I'm not sure of the exact date, but from what the
very
conversation
hopeful.
I had.
How pregnant are you?
The conversation I had was at the fair, if that helps anybody. And it was like a week before that. So
we're about halfway there.
Yeah.
So give it 3 weeks.
Yeah, about 3
weeks. We're
weeks.
going to say about 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
It better. I want to get rid of them bugs. I want to get rid of those bugs.
You came off very threatening there for a second. Like,
oh, yeah.
What?
Like Mother Nature's going to listen to me. She's going to laugh.
All right.
I just want to.
If an Escalade rolls up to my trailer park and fires shots, I'm gonna know.
I just want an excuse to wear my long sleeve tees all the time and not people look at me ridiculous. It's like it's 95 out. I'm like, yeah, but I'm in places that make me cold.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I'm hot for 10 seconds and I'll be cold. Just leave me alone.
Kids have already started talking about hoodie weather, and of course, if you're really committed to hoodie culture, you were rocking that thing back in July.
Mm-hmm.
I walked into Stripes. I was like the height of this summer heat wave. And there were kids from like a track team or something in that Stripes, just hoodies and like fully like strings tied, like they had their faces covered. I'm like, how are you cold? How does that even work?
It doesn't look comfortable.
That'd be my
Or were they
teenagers.
there to rob the place?
That could be. That could also be it.
It could be shady activity. Because I remember, kids, don't do this at home. We were young and dumb when this went down. But I'll remember, like in the summer. And it was always the summer because that's when you had time to do, dumb things.
Exactly.
And so,
what's summer for?
So we would literally, hey, you could go play Army in the woods or whatever. We go play Army with actual BB guns.
Yes.
And so, yes. And so we're a bunch of dumb kids running around the woods in leather jackets and jean jacket, because we're trying to pad up because, we don't. They hurt.
Don't feel great.
And so So yeah, I know. I'm like, well, why would you choose that as a fashion to be hot because I did it just, So matter of fact, I got a scar on my fingers to this day, right here.
See, it's all fun and games till somebody breaks skin
between the knuckles. Again, kids, do not do any of these things. These are.
I had a friend that lost his eye.
Put an eye out, kid.
Did you find it?
He lost his left eye because we were playing BB gun wars, and it ricocheted off of the red rocks. And it did. He did legit lose his eye.
Is that why they called him One-Eyed Steve? Okay.
Did his dad have a high-speed lamp sitting in the front window?
Does this guy I will never watch A Christmas Story ever.
Ever again.
He does it too close to home, man.
So we did start to gear up after that. At least we put the shop goggles on.
But so what happened was I was literally going to take a shot like this, and I got hit, and the BB hit in between the knuckles, that little loose skin in between the knuckles, and the BB stuck in there. So it was fishing. I had to fish around and pop it out. And that was towards the end of the BB gun shooting war career.
My best friend in high school used to always point out the BB that was still stuck in his hand.
But if you look close, I do have little marks.
The good news is, kids, we say don't try this at home. airsoft rifles are a thing now.
Yes.
No, kids all over the place are doing the same exact thing, just with those.
Yeah.
They're airsoft.
And we didn't have
so it's not
paintball
as-
back then either.
Now,
so,
granted,
yeah.
getting shot with an airsoft, pellet, that don't feel great.
Yeah.
But it's not going to hurt
It's
nearly
not
as bad as a BB.
We had rules too, like if you shot in the face, then you had to face a firing squad.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, we had rules. I mean,
Nice save.
Yeah, that was close.
I'm a Gen Xer.
Oh no, we
We
did
lived
too.
in different times.
Amen,
Did you
brother.
blindfold him and give him a cigarette?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, we were miscreants, man.
Yeah.
Hooligans, you were.
We were. We can laugh about it now, and it was before the internet, so there's no proof. So.
That's right. That's funny. And we grew up in different parts of the country, and it's hilarious
It's the same
that
as-
we did the exact same stuff.
Yeah, it's like the kids. Some of the Stranger Things stuff's legit. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like you always wonder why are these kids like never? Why are their parents? Yeah, that was the '80s, dude.
That's legit what we did.
You say 80s, that stretched into the 90s.
Yeah.
In my family's case, well into the 2000s.
But I think it started in the
Yeah.
Neglect was sort of a generation. It was sort of a thing.
Before our kids became adults and had kids of their own, then they turned to helicopter because we probably, you know what I mean? Like we were the generation that go outside and play, and so like our age started.
It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children
But that's
are?
the problem.
Because
Is
our
we know
parents
we know
lived-
exactly what kind of shenanigans they'd get
Yes.
up to out there. So, we're
yeah,
going to
so
let
my
them
age
go run.
group's gonna say, well, I'm watching everything these kids do because I saw what I did,
Yeah.
and now that's too much. So
Right.
now we got to find that creamy middle. Of, go at your kid, play in the woods, but okay, maybe tell them to watch out for the van and all that kind of thing.
maybe not the deep woods.
Yeah, maybe the hang out in the park nearby. But, anyway,
Peripheral woods.
yeah, wood adjacent. Not too close to the bonfire in the woods with the beer. And sorry.
What?
If
What
you're
are
not
you talking
invented
about?
that one yet.
That never happened.
Oh man! All right, because I do have a bevy of commercials. Thank you again for buying advertising.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, we do appreciate that. I better get the hour going. And the thing is and Sean and I were joking about this because 'tis the season where commercial breaks get overinflated because it's political season.
We're 20-something days away. You'd think we'd have a ton.
However, this is different because we're not inundated with political ads because
Nobody.
most local races aren't contested.
Correct.
And in the political national scope of things, no one cares about New Mexico.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, Senate race and that we do, and in House races, but presidentially,
No.
neither party cares about us. Democrats got it locked in. Their Republicans are saying, "Yeah, we lost that one. We're moving on."
Yeah.
And so you're not seeing. I mean, you'll see some TV ads and stuff, but politically or locally, you're not hearing all that kind of stuff. So I mean, we got some bond ads and things, but these are like legit.
Yeah.
Just full breaks of people
This is
buying
just
ads.
like
So I'm
lunch
hey.
specials at places and stuff.
Yeah, so thank you.
Vote yes on Bond 3.
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
And for that matter, the 1, 2, and 4, whatever, however many there were, 5 of them, I don't even remember. But
4.
4.
I
yeah.
voted yesterday.
I got 2.
I was
think I'm gonna
number
go today.
1600.
Nice.
Nice.
I think I'm
I
gonna go
even
today.
waited.
In Chaves County?
Yeah. I even waited because I saw what the number was. And I'm like, here, you can go ahead. And they looked at me and I'm like, no. I want to be the even number.
She's hoping for like the bells and you're our 16th voter.
Well, this day and
Here's a
age, though,
cake.
you let somebody else through, they're going to look back at you like, what are you doing? Who are you eyeballing? Like,
The confetti
start looking at
exploded
you.
out of the
Yeah,
machine.
exactly. You're like you always see those bits where the guy cuts in line and they notice in the coffee line and they, you're our 10th customer. You're good for you. And they make the other guy salty. You ever seen those bits? Yeah, same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
But yeah, early voting is going on. You should do that. If I'm gonna do that. You know what? I'm a mall voter.
Saturday.
So I usually wait till when it opens up at the mall, then I go over there and vote because I don't know. I just feel like
It feels
while
like
I'm
a
there,
Saturday thing to do.
I'll smell some foods and
Yeah.
get into mischief. So that's what I usually do. But anyway, go do that. But yes, I need to get the hour going to pay for all or to allow time for all you awesome customers that ball ads on our radio station. So big thank you to you guys. But we'll do that. We are. I am not have the ability to multiply my voice You've been hearing Gary and Andrew from the Chamber. They're going to join us officially here in just a few minutes and talk Chamber, all the things going on through the Chamber here. So before we do any of that, though, let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have cold front dropping in today, and that'll keep things nice and cool, mid-60s to about 70 on the afternoon high, maybe a little bit breezy, and we get sunshine all day. A few clouds drifting through for the overnight hours, and we're in the upper 40s. Warming up a little bit on Thursday. It'll be a breezy and sunny day. Highs will be in the mid-70s. Mostly sunny and upper 70s Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 53 degrees. Yeah, officially in the 50s here in Roswell. Humidity is at 47% with winds out of the northeast at 7 miles per hour. Sunny, 70 our expected high today with east winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy tonight with an overnight low of 48 degrees. Rain chances enter the forecast beginning tomorrow, and they're going to linger for through the weekend here. But we are looking at a 20% chance at showers for tomorrow. They're talking, they say after 9, so could be as early as after 9. Mostly sunny, 75 for a high tomorrow with winds out of the south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Some things just explain themselves. And then they do pick up, winds will pick up 15 to 20 tomorrow afternoon. But we are only looking at a 20% chance of rain. Tomorrow night, our rain chance is at 0. No, I'm sorry, it's at 30%. Mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 54. 20% chance of rain for Friday afternoon. Mostly cloudy, 77 for a high. South winds 10 to 15, early 15 to 20 for the afternoon. Our chance of rain bumps up to 40% Friday night. So if you're going to go out for football, of course, Goddard's here in the Wool Bowl on Friday. Roswell's traveling to Artesia. So if you're traveling to that or going to be in a football stadium on Friday night, bring a raincoat. Not an umbrella, a raincoat. Because when you bring the umbrella, you're a jerk to the person behind you. So bring a raincoat and be yeah, but you're dry, but be polite. Unless you're in the back row, then we'll give you a pass and go to the very end of the bleachers there. But anyway, we are looking at a 40% chance of rain Friday night, mostly cloudy, and 56 for an overnight low. Then for the weekend, 40% chance of rain for Saturday, mostly afternoon. Looking at cloudy skies and a high of 79. 50% chance of rain Saturday night with an overnight low of 55 under cloudy skies. Sunday, 30% chance of showers for the afternoon, mostly cloudy, high of 80. No Cowboys game, so it doesn't matter if it rains. You don't have to hide your tears. Sorry, that was a shot. My team's good. I get to take them now. High of 80 on Sunday, and then Monday when you head back to it, sunny skies. All the rain talk goes away with a high of 80 degrees. All right, 9:19, we're going to take a 4-minute break, then we'll talk with the folks from the Roswell Chamber on the other side. Don't go away.
You there! What are these?
My glasses, Your Highness.
They're incredible. Who made these?
The eyesight in Roswell. Or was it Hobbs? Or maybe Carlsbad.
So well crafted and stylish. So the eyesight thinks they can challenge my throne with their quality eyewear.
Actually, Your Majesty, I got 2 pair and an eye exam. It was so easy. I did it during my lunch break, and they even took my insurance.
Lunch break? Who gave you a lunch break?
Human resources, Your Majesty.
Silence! I'll get you eyesight!
The Eyesight, now accepting new patients 5 and up in Roswell, Hobbs, and Carlsbad.
3 locations?
Clearly the best in sight.
Help benefit the Wounded Warrior Project with H.F. Sinclair, Saturday, November 9th at the Veterans Mission 5K Fun Run, Walk, and Ride. This 5K Fun Run will begin and end at Beige Veterans Park in Artesia, and the course will take you around Eagle Draw, Walk or Run. Kids 6 and under can join on their bikes. Pre-registration is $25 for adults and teens, kids $10, and your 4-legged companion only $5, with all proceeds to benefit Wounded Warriors. For more information or to sign up, visit hfsnm.com/veterans-mission-5K.
So your pecans aren't as big and bountiful as they used to be? Well, what would Jim Gill do?
Hi, this is Ben from Roswell Seed Company. Few people knew as much about pecans as Jim Gill. And if he were here today, he'd tell you it was time to fertilize. He'd tell you just what you need and show you how to use it. Then he'd make some joke about your neighbors making fun of your nuts.
So when there's trouble with your pecans, head for Roswell Seed Company and ask them, what would Jim Gill do?
You have a life, places to go, things to do, people to see, but it's hard to enjoy life when you have pain. You don't have to live that way. Softwave Therapy from Premier Chiropractic in Roswell can help you. Softwave's cutting-edge technology is non-invasive and can help your body heal. This new technology uses therapeutic energy waves to activate the body's dormant stem cells to promote natural healing. Sessions are quick with short treatment times. Start healing today. Call Premier Chiropractic at 623-2900 or visit healthyroswell.com.
Are you ready to succeed? Earn your FFA certification through ENMU Roswell's Aviation Maintenance Technology Program. ENMU Roswell has the only FFA Part 147 airframe and power plant school in Southeast New Mexico. Receive commercial and general aviation training, hands-on training with operation aircraft, Boeing commercial experience, advanced composite repair training, and more. And ENMU Roswell offers in-state tuition for veterans too. Learn more about this exciting program on campus or online at roswell.enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell. Success starts here.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors. The LX series is part of the #1 selling compact tractor lineup in the U.S., built with premium features and the comfort and versatility to make your land your own. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 84 months, or save up to $2,300. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Whether you're a homeowner, a landscaper, or a contractor, we all have reasons to dig. If you're planning to dig, this is just a friendly reminder that locating underground utilities is important. It's actually the law. Call 811 3 days before you dig. New Mexico Gas Company is one of the utilities that will come out free of charge to mark our underground lines up to the meter, so you'll know what's below. We're New Mexico Gas Company, and our priority is keeping you safe. That's why we're here. Learn more at nmgco.com.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The Goodyear Rubber Company researched and concluded that shoes wear out faster on the right foot than on the left. To fix this, just walk backwards for half the day. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 23 minutes after 9 o'clock, and now officially joining us in studio from the Roswell Chamber of Commerce, Andrea Moore and Gary Thrine back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's life at the Chamber this morning?
It's fantastic. We are doing awesome.
Optimistically fantastic.
Yes.
It's certainly the fall has definitely picked up as far as activities and things, lunch and learns, and we've been talking about those like just 2 weeks ago, talking about those, and we got more of those to talk about.
Absolutely. In fact, we have a lunch and learn tomorrow.
Yeah.
It is our rescheduled lunch and learn with Rosie Rubio and Sari Consulting. She's going to go over leadership skills and the DISC personality, all of that stuff. $10 per person. Give us a call. We'll get you on the list.
For members.
Bring your check, bring your cash, and we'll get you in, because there's still a few seats. We don't have a ton of seats left,
but
so
you can get in if you call or come by today and make your reservations.
Correct.
So, but like you said, it's $10 for chamber members, $15 for $20
for non-members.
Thank you.
And we're doing a taco bar catered by Peppers. So it'll be good food.
Didn't get enough on Tuesday? Come for Taco Thursday.
Right. Absolutely. It's always a good time for tacos.
That's right. It's another tea day. We can have tacos.
That's
right. Technically, tomorrow's a tea day, too.
Yes, it is.
Right. There you go. There you go.
But, so come out. And, of course, come for the tacos, but stay for, if you're really anybody that's trying to get a group of people to do one thing together, you're going to benefit from this thing, whether it's your business or your organization or civic organization or your youth sports team. Any of this stuff would apply. So don't even think of this in terms of your business. Think about this in other aspects of your life, too. You can benefit, because the more you know about people and how to get them to work together, I'm telling you, that's a tool in your bag that will serve you in many, many, many different
Absolutely.
circles.
In your personal life as well as in your professional life, you can always use those skills and those tools. And if you want to be the guest speaker for one of our Lunch and Learns, contact us at the Chamber, 575-623-5695, and we'll get you on the calendar.
We prefer you have a subject that would benefit our Chamber members. I mean, if you just want to come on and yuck it up for,
right.
Maybe go to Liberty and do stand-up there. But, I mean,
Correct.
you got to...
Correct. That might have to be a special deal.
But,
yeah, if you've got a topic, and we're always looking for good quality guest speakers, if you're in the medical industry, if you're in IT, like there are so many things that people need to know about, because Gary and I talk about that all the time. Him and I know things, but how do we now get that information out to everybody else and share it?
And because I suffer from the same problem you guys do here, is when you're constantly doing things and being talked to and plugged in, you forget that a lot of people
don't
do that or don't have that access. So things that are common knowledge to us aren't common knowledge as we think
Correct.
It is. So we have to remind ourselves that, we don't have a beacon of people that we're beating down bushes or beating down our bushes to talk to us about these.
And lunch starts at 11:30. Lunch will be ready to be served at 11:30, and the program will start promptly at noon. Unless everybody has served themselves quicker, then we'll start a little before noon, but we will start promptly at noon so everybody can be back in their office by 1.
Well, although if you stop eating and there's still a bunch of food on the table, she's like, you guys can't stop. We will not start until all that food over there is gone. So, so don't start too early. Stop too early eating.
Correct. But 11:30 and then 12 o'clock the program starts.
Absolutely.
And I'm so excited to have Rosie and her crew come and talk to us.
Yeah, you're going to have a wealth of information for this one here tomorrow. And every one of these lunch and learn, we wouldn't have them if you wouldn't gain a benefit. But I would say for this one, even though we always like to spin them, from a business perspective and try to how to help your business, this one is a much bigger footprint than your business.
Correct.
This one will help you. And generally speaking, a lot of these will. These are life lessons as much as they are business lessons. You know what I mean? So.
And what else do we have on the calendar, Gary?
We have a ribbon cutting tomorrow evening.
Nice.
We have the lunch and learn at noon, but tomorrow evening at 5:30 p.m. we have the SOAR SOAR open house.
Okay.
It's the transitional home for kids going into adulthood that are
excellent.
The Homeless Coalition.
Stuff. Excellent. Yeah, this is a great program they have for these homes and building. Think of it as kind of like people know Habitat for Humanity, so I give that as an example to at least people understand the concept. Though that's not accurate. They're not building homes but they're basically finding these homes and they're kind of homeowners that have homes that are kind of needing help, and they kind of rehab them and then put homeless people in as renters and things like that. And at the same time, the folks that are benefiting from the building, the home, they're also learning life skills like how to what happens when the refrigerator breaks, what happens, how to pay your bills, how to maintain a household.
Exactly.
And so it's a great program they're doing.
And that's located at 2401 Carver Drive.
Excellent. Yeah. So come and see what they're doing over there tomorrow.
And then on Friday at the Loan Depot office, 204 West 2nd Street, suite number 5, is ribbon cutting and grand opening for the Loan Depot.
Yeah.
Come see us.
Plaza West building, I believe it's called.
That is, the ribbon cutting will be at noon tomorrow. Okay. And then on Saturday.
Friday.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Friday. Noon on Friday. And then the big event of the year, everybody loves, the pumpkin patch at St. Mark's. Is ribbon cutting is going to be at 10 o'clock on Saturday, and they're located at 2911 North Main, right there across from the big Pioneer main office
They're very
building.
easy to spot this time of year. They're the one with the front yard full of pumpkins.
Exactly. They've got all the pumpkins, and all proceeds are donated to charity. So come out and pick a pumpkin or 2 or 3, and maybe have a pumpkin design a pumpkin designing party for your grandkids.
Absolutely.
Give them something to do on Saturday afternoon.
They have a lot of
keep
fun.
them occupied.
Yeah.
carving and painting. And
boy, do they get a lot of pumpkins. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what the acreage or the square footage of that lawn is out in front of the church there.
But it's chock-a-block full.
But it is, the green goes away and it's just orange. It's
Yes.
literally every square inch is filled with pumpkin.
And then next Wednesday, mark your calendars, on the 23rd is a ribbon cutting at noon. One of the new French Brothers homes at 1605 Magnolia. That's that new subdivision that's going in there out there on West Country Club.
Okay.
And so they're doing the grand opening.
Kind of the next section of that area over there. Yeah. Okay.
And you can tour the homes. They are really excited. French Brothers has done a huge overhaul within their company. And so it's all new leadership from the top down.
Yeah.
And we're excited to have them back and building new homes because as we all know, we do have a housing shortage in this area, in Roswell and in the surrounding areas. So anytime we're getting new homes, either remodeled or built from this ground up, it's
and particularly homes of a certain, category, because you have like your smaller first-time homes, you have retiree stuff, and section. Especially the types of homes they're building over there. That's kind of the ones that the middle-income family homes. Kind of type. Those are the ones that are harder to come by and harder to get find or at least to what you like, and that kind of thing. So it's great to see the neighborhood. Oh, by the way, Mop and Brown Dentistry is right there, and all I'm saying is, anytime you can walk to a dentist, that's not a bad thing to have in your back pocket.
Right? Exactly. And along with those ribbon cuttings, we have a new red coat from the Loan Depot, and then we also have a new red coat from French Brothers.
Yes.
So over is it who's the new red coat from Elliott Loan Depot over there?
That's Jonathan.
Okay, Jonathan. I didn't meet Jonathan. I got to meet a couple of his guys, Luis and JC. But
and then from French Brothers is Carlos.
Oh, okay, very good. So I was kind of meeting some of their guys. That's why I was
and I
curious.
think Carlos is like the project manager for the area. Like he's the guy that you're going to see that's helping to do all the quality control checks for the homes.
And if I know at least Elliott's guy, because I know all his guys, you're bringing in some fresher blood too.
Yes.
Because those are younger younger individuals over there that are looking to be Elliott someday.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of nice to see. I mean, we love everybody at the Redcoats, but I know that's always been things like, we could use some stronger backs here in the Redcoats.
More testosterone.
Yes, we need more testosterone.
Some younger, stronger backs there in the room. So that's great to see.
Yeah, that ribbon gets kind of heavy, and
does.
the scissors are huge.
Well, they are big.
They are.
And every once in a while, business likes to get creative, and if you have to get like pyrotechnics involved or something, there's a lot to get moving there.
Ooh, that would be fun.
But yeah, come on out to these ribbon cuttings and come meet. And matter of fact, if you want to learn more about being a redcoat, that's the perfect opportunity. Come to a ribbon cutting and talk to them, and they'll be happy to talk to you about that.
We've got a great group of redcoats. A lot of them have been there for years and years, so they're seasoned and they can tell you all about it. And thanks to Gary coming onto the team now about a year ago at the chamber. Gosh, I can't believe it's been a year already.
Almost been a year.
That now we have that support, and Gary's also a redcoat, so he can also help explain what the redcoats are, because basically as a redcoat, you are our ambassador from the chamber and for the city when we go to all of these events, whether it's a ribbon cutting, a grand opening, a business after hours, and it's a great way to network, especially if you're new to the community, because you get to go to these ribbon cuttings. It's 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, and you get to walk around and talk to everybody, because you're not only going to talk to the business in which we are doing the ribbon cutting and we are focusing on, but the community comes out to support them. So now in a 20-minute time span, 30-minute time span, you're going to be able to talk to people from all swaths and walks of life.
I got to be honest. If I was like a real estate agent or, any of those people in those types of career fields, I'm like beat down the door. I'm going to be a red coat.
Yeah.
That's an in for half of my job. You know?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I'm like, that's a definite tool for my own personal job. You know?
And we had a great turn. I want to thank my red coats because last Thursday evening we had the all civic dinner, and
Yes.
And the majority of my red coats showed up to come support the dinner and be there. And
there's a reason I call them the classiest part of the chamber.
That's right.
Exactly what they are.
2 tables. We had to get 2, and our tables were full. I don't think we had an empty seat between the 2 tables. And I want to thank Lori Schatz and Barbara Gomez and the Kiwanis for putting on the All Civics dinner. Now, remember, that's traditionally a lunch, but they hadn't had one in, I think, about 4 or 5 years. So this was kind of the
Make a little bit bigger deal.
The party to start to kick them all back off. And I think next year they may go back to a lunch, but I don't want to talk for the Kiwanis.
Sure,
I don't. But it was really neat. They did
Go to
a
their
great
Kiwanis
job.
meetings. They'd love to have you. They'll tell you
Yes.
more about it.
And they did a great job. The All Civics dinner was fantastic. And of course, I shouldn't say every civic organization, but a lot of them were represented there. They had bought tables or individual tickets. And Barbara and Lori made a point to recognize each and everybody that was there, and then tried to recognize the ones that traditionally go that for whatever reason weren't able to be there. And then they had dinner and dancing, and it was a really good event. So if you didn't make it, you sure missed out, and you make sure that you make the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. It was last Thursday, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
I was at American Legion meeting.
Yes, you were. Right. Yes, you were.
That's how I knew I missed it.
And one other thing I need to add in, we have a new platinum member.
Excellent.
Sam's Club has come back on board.
Nice.
Before they were just an Emerald member.
Okay.
And not just an Emerald member, they were at the Emerald member
Yeah,
level.
it's not like Emerald's not a big deal. It is.
When
it's a huge
and
deal.
I reached out to them and said, hey guys, would you consider coming back to the chamber? And not only did they come back, but they have come back with a force to be reckoned with, because they want to participate in all of our ribbon cuttings and go out and meet
Getting
the
a
new
little more
merchants.
community invested.
Yes.
Exactly.
Awesome. Love that.
Exactly. So welcome to our new platinum member,
Right.
Sam's Club.
Excellent. And we're glad to help be a platform or a conduit for them to get connected in the community more.
Absolutely.
That'd be something we'd love to help them out with. So, and same applies for everybody else out there too. If you're a business and you're not a member of the chamber, whatever level it is, whether you're a mom and pop business that maybe doesn't even have a storefront, to Sam's Club level of a business here, please reach out. We can benefit all of you at various levels in different ways. And we talk about
That's right.
diamond
We
and
can help
emerald.
you all out. And when you go on our website at roswellnm.org, you can see all of the benefits that we offer as the chamber. And I know Gary and I tell people this till we're blue in the face. If you don't see something on that list, ask us about it, because it may be a tool that we have just recently uncovered in our toolbox, and we just don't know how to market it yet because nobody's inquired.
As technology evolves, we're evolving, and
Exactly.
sometimes we're trying to stay in the.
Or we may not have
learning
thought of
curve.
something. And so if there's something you really need and that goes for new members and old members alike, if there's something that you want from us that we're not currently doing, all you have to do is ask.
Or former members.
That's right.
Exactly.
Is that we'll figure it out, because some things we aren't able to do, but other things we just may not have thought about it, and we go, oh, okay, yeah, let's figure it out and see how we can help.
And that's how the chamber kind of works in a way. It's a collective of businesses, but
Yes.
it's a hive. It's a collaboration where not only are you taking advantage of it, but your services and what you do also provide and help for others for the chamber.
Exactly.
So it is a little, we all kind of scratch each other's back in a sort of
And I
kind of
can't
way.
fix it if I don't know about it.
Exactly. So.
And we really do work hard at fixing things when we know about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then, of course, everybody has been calling in, and they have still have concerns. We are updating our map, and so the Lunar Cow Publishing Company will be contacting you to see if you want to advertise on not only the paper map,
Yes.
but on the digital map
Yes.
as well. So
They are, in fact, who they say they are.
yes, they are legitimate, and they are reaching out to talk to you about advertising. And in a legitimate manner.
I've had one or two call me and say, "Is this lunar?" Because they know, like I said, they're from the chamber. Is that true? I said, "Yeah, that's part of a deal." I said, it's those maps used to pick up at the chamber. This is the next generation of that.
Correct.
That's what it is,
and you get, as an advertiser on the paper map, you automatically become an advertiser on the digital map. All of our members will be on the digital map. It just depends on how big of a presence you have on the digital map, if you want to pay for it. And if you do pay for advertising on the digital side of the map, you can change that advertising as often as you want, and Lunar Cow will work with you and design that ad for free.
Yeah. And then that's the beauty of what their product is, because it's digital. They can literally change it at it's just moving some O's and ones around to do that. So,
and this is a great opportunity because we know we have the air races coming in September. And if I can remember correctly, the training and qualifying
that'll be like in May or
this spring.
Yeah, somewhere around May time frame.
And so we're going to need these maps to give out because we're going to have a lot of tourists, a lot of new people to our area trying to navigate.
Or download on their phones.
Exactly.
Or however they
so
access
what
it.
a great way to be able to get your name and your business in front of all these new people that'll start coming into our town.
So there is a paper map involved too. However, all that stuff we talked about changes, that does not apply to the paper map.
Correct.
Just in case you need that. Some people are like, well, we can't do the paper.
Correct.
Because that'd be a lot of phone calls. Hey, bring that back. We got to put a sticker on that sign. Hold on.
Exactly. So, but the digital map, the digital version, you can change as much as you want. And we will do another paper map when we give out all of the paper maps from this one.
Absolutely. So, so if you do get a contact,
Lunar Cow
from
is
Lunar
totally
Cow,
legit.
That is, and you can, don't worry that they're not a scam or anything. You can deal with them if you so choose to.
Correct.
So,
exactly.
And they're on the up and up. That's what we're trying to say.
Exactly.
One thing I did want to mention real quick is because we're about 2 days out on this one with the hurricane relief stuff with American Legion Post 61. The chamber is a drop-off location, but the deadline is this Friday. We got to get it because they're rolling out Saturday to head towards North Carolina here. They're going. They're going to go to Alamogordo Friday to pick up some stuff and then rally and head from there. But if you'd like to make donations, anything from first aid supplies, toiletries, water, stuff like that, bedding, towels, things household items, things that we can take back east to get to people that need, all that stuff. What they're trying to do is set up like a caravan. So if you've got time on your hands and want to this is really grassroots. One guy, Russ in our post, literally was watching the news and getting mad like a lot of us were when they're seeing these people not getting any help. And veterans and what veterans do. Veterans sometimes say, screw it, load up the truck, we're going. Right. And that's literally what's going on here.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And so if you want to support that, reach out. RoswellLegion.org is the website for American Legion Post 61. There's information there, contacts. Commander Lee, you can reach out to me. I'll get you that information. But if you'd like to drop off items, stuff, the chamber is
please do.
Is thankfully graciously allowing us to people to drop things off there. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So good deal. What else did we want to mention?
Just one last time, Lunch and Learn tomorrow. Rosie Rubio, Suri Consulting, $10 per person if you're a member, $20 per person if you're not a member. It's going to be a taco bar hosted by Peppers. Lunch starts at 11:30. The program starts at 12, and it's at the chamber. Yep. And hopefully we'll get more people than we have seats. And then the next Lunch and Learn, we can go into a different location.
Absolutely. Yeah, that would be a good problem to have. We
That's
outgrow
right.
the chamber.
Exactly.
I would love to outgrow the chamber and have to go elsewhere.
Go somewhere else. Go to, I don't know, Civic Center or something.
That's right.
Just like we've almost outgrown the Hobson building for the Rise with Roswell
That's right.
breakfast.
We're starting Rise with Roswell. So once again in March, start putting that
does that
in
mean
your
it might have to move to the commercial building?
Yes,
that'd be the
we would move.
Bigger building there.
Put that in your long-range calendar for March.
Absolutely.
To come out to the
right.
Rise with Roswell breakfast. We're already gearing up to get started.
Hopefully they got the heat fired up because I'm thinking a March morning and that building's going to be awful cool.
It does tend to be, but of course, as always in the commercial building, once you start, or it's not the commercial building, it's the arts and crafts building.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's
the
the
education
one,
building.
Yes.
Yes.
It does get a little cool
That
first
one
thing
does.
in the morning, but once we get everybody in there, it does warm up.
Sure.
And
a lot of hot air going, and
that's right.
Then they fire up the trains, and I know those people talk, and that gets the hot air.
There you go.
There we go.
And then pumpkin talking people. Oh my gosh,
That's right.
Some trash talking to the pumpkins. It gets real warm in there real quick.
Absolutely. So tomorrow, Thursday, 11:30. Starts the Lunch and Learn, and 12 o'clock is the program, $10 per person if you're a member, $20 for a non-member. Rosie Rubio, Surrey Consulting Leadership Skills. So come out.
Come enjoy tacos and
That's right.
take away information that will serve you well probably the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And
of course,
if you are a non-member, please come, because that would be an excellent opportunity for me to explain all the membership benefits to you.
That's right.
To be able to join the chamber if you're thinking about
absolutely.
that. So.
Come see what it's all about, and who knows, maybe they'll, I'm just saying, if you paid $20, you sign up that day, maybe we'll give you $10 back.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You never know.
That's like an incentive. But if that's an incentive,
That's right.
we'll work it. But I don't think that's an incentive. I just think it would be funny. It's like, how sometimes it's like, when you get to checkout, it's like, well, if you apply for the credit card today, we'll take 10% off your purchase. Like, well, you become a member today, we'll give you just paid member fee to enjoy this thing.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But anyway, but any questions, and really, if you're a business and you really are looking for a way to take the most out of marketing and things like that, and other facets, please reach out to the chamber. If you're a small business, let the chamber help you fill the voids in your business that you can't have as a because you're a small business.
Right.
And big businesses.
And
if you're trying
we're
to
located at the corner of Richardson and 2nd Street, right behind Subway, off of 2nd and Main.
Yep.
131 West 2nd is our address. You can't miss us. We have a huge UFO alien mural.
right across from the police station there on
exactly.
2nd there, if you look.
And our phone number is 575-623-5695. And you can always check us out on our website, roswellnm.org.
Absolutely. And come by for a visit, too. If you
We would love to
and
talk
the
to
door's
you.
locked, ring the bell. If there's cars in the parking lot, somebody's there.
That's
ring
right.
the bell.
We had some folks showed up all the way from France yesterday.
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
And they were really interested in Roswell.
Were they coming for aliens? Is that what
they
they're-
were? They
they're
not
drawn?
only the UFO stuff, but they wanted to know what else was there to do in Roswell, and
Let
we
us
told
show
them.
you.
So they're planning on staying a few days, and they wanted to get out and about, but they're going to stay here in Roswell and make
Use
their
this
little
as
day
the hub.
trips.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's what I always say. Come for the aliens, stay for the rest of
And
the
then
stuff.
we had another wonderful family. It was a mother and daughter. The mother lives up in Albuquerque, has lived there 20 plus years, never been to Roswell. The daughter lives in the Carolinas, and her husband had to stay behind because he had to stay at work. But he is a huge alien and UFO enthusiast.
Okay.
And he was so upset that they were coming to Roswell. So, of course, I told him, you got to come back 4th of July weekend
There you go.
because we've got UFO Festival. And
That
she
is-
goes, I'm calling my husband right now, and we are coming back.
That is the high water mark of UFO-dom.
That's
there,
right.
so.
Exactly.
Come one, come all. We love you all.
Absolutely. But as always, thank you guys.
Absolutely,
And, folks,
anytime.
Thank you for
reach
having
out to
us.
the chamber if you got anything. They'll
Please
take
do.
care of you. And if they can't directly, they'll put you in touch with the people that can.
The only bad question is the one not asked. So.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys. We'll see you next time.
All righty.
And come out and eat tacos tomorrow.
Yes, please.
And learn stuff.
Exactly.
Eat tacos. All right.
Tacos.
It is 9:49. Let's pause for news, Hannity update, Cowboys update, and I have a few commercials as well. All that, and then we'll wrap up the show. Don't go away.
Now for your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Roswell police involved in a shooting Tuesday near West Country Club Road and North Kentucky Avenue. A prepared statement provided by the police department says the incident began when officers tried to arrest a man named Louis Joseph Archuleta. Archuleta had pulled into the parking lot of the Candlewood Suites on Military Heights Drive. The officers had been following and surveilling Archuleta due to him being wanted for various felony crimes, including child abuse. Archuleta stepped on the gas in an attempt to flee, but was involved in a crash nearby. He then tried to get out and run on foot. Officers said they noticed he was holding a handgun, which resulted in officers opening fire on the man and killing him. Eddy County leaders heard a presentation on potential renovations to the county courthouse on Tuesday, but discussions have also centered around potentially building a new judicial complex south of Carlsbad. Staff has been studying the subject over the past few months. Commissioners deferred action on a possible new courthouse to be built, along with a new jail and administration complex back in May. The new complex would be located at 1602 Corrales Road, near the current sheriff's office. Many Carlsbad and Artesia residents, though, have been strongly opposed to plans to move the courthouse. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
Your morning cup of Sean. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
And now apparently the polling is showing that he's not doing well with African-American men, so Barack Obama goes out and is condescending towards African-American men, and now she's offering cold, hard cash, up to $20,000 in forgivable small business loans. What is a forgivable small business loan? It's basically $20,000 you're paying somebody. One could argue that you're using taxpayer money so that you can get votes in a demographic you're polling very badly in. And I can only imagine how many Democrats would be calling for an impeachment if this was Donald Trump doing this. And she's vowing to help African Americans invest in cryptocurrency. What does that mean? He's never talked about cryptocurrency.
The conservative underground meets later today on the Sean Hannity Show.
Hey, remember the old way of shopping for custom window treatments? Waiting around all day to get an overpriced quote from a pushy commission salesperson? Well, those days are over thanks to Blinds.com, because they invented a better way. Now, with completely virtual consultations and free samples sent right to your door, you never have to deal with a salesperson in your home ever again. You can always count on Blinds.com to deliver top quality window treatments. Now, from their premium woven wood to motorized shades, which I love, and so much more, you can get unlimited custom window treatments installed, whether it's 1 or 100, for one low cost. And at Blinds.com, there are never any hidden fees. The price you see on the website is the price that you pay. Ordering online may be scary to some of you, but not with Blinds.com, because they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Shop Blinds.com right now. Get up to 45% off on select styles. Save up to 45% on select styles when you go to Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
With your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales. Cowboys coaches used this bye week to devise ways to improve the offense, and Dak Prescott has a suggestion to use a secret weapon. Find out who it is right after this.
Whether you're getting ready to purchase a home, setting up a college fund for your kids, or preparing for retirement, you're working hard to live a life you love. And you deserve peace of mind knowing your home, loved ones, and future are protected. At SWBC, we can help you assess your personal situation and create a customized solution to make sure you're prepared for whatever life throws your way. Visit SWBC.com to learn about your mortgage, insurance, and wealth management options today. That's SWBC.com.
Cowboys Nation is big because everything's bigger in Texas. And Reliant has the energy to power it all. From home field advantage to home sweet home, Reliant has Dallas Cowboys fans all across the Lone Star State covered for every electric moment this season and beyond. Reliant, proud to be the official energy provider of your Dallas Cowboys.
Reliant, PUCT number 10007.
Yesterday in the Cowboys Report, we lamented the state of the Cowboys offense, which is struggling and couldn't find the end zone in Sunday's loss to Detroit. Now in the bye week, coaches look to improve production. Quarterback Dak Prescott suggests an increased role for Cavante Turpin, who's the smallest but fastest player on the field.
Yeah, he's special. I don't want to talk too much about him. I want to keep him, our secret weapon. For me, when you got speed like that, we know what he can do as a returner. As you said, his versatility, where it's giving the ball in the backfield, throwing bubbles or not. But when you've got speed like that, you put a lot of pressure on the defense and on the secondary. And I think you can go ask our secondary. They've said it. is he's a hard cover.
As a return specialist, Turpin already has a punt return for a score this season. With your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have cold front dropping in today, and that'll keep things nice and cool, mid-60s to about 70 on the afternoon high, maybe a little bit breezy, and we get sunshine all day. A few clouds drifting through for the overnight hours, and we're in the upper 40s. Warming up a little bit on Thursday. It'll be a breezy and sunny day. Highs will be in the mid-70s. Mostly sunny and upper 70s Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Greg Clugston. Tech giants Amazon and Google are investing in the next generation of nuclear reactors. Both companies are seeking new sources of carbon-free electricity to meet increasing demand from data centers and artificial intelligence. Wages are growing for all workers, but faster for men than women, and that has led to the first widening of the gender wage gap in 20 years. The Census Bureau says there's been a surge in Latina women joining the full-time workforce. Dozens of people rallied outside the Michigan headquarters of the Kellogg Company, demanding that it remove artificial dyes from its breakfast cereals in the U.S., as it has done in other countries. The maker of Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks announced nearly a decade ago that it would remove artificial colors and ingredients from its products by 2018. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Greg Clugston.
The November general election is November 5th. On your ballot will be GEO Bond 3, which supports Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, as well as the New Mexico Military Institute. Bond 3 will not raise taxes. It is a continuation of a current bond. Proceeds from GEO Bond 3 are used by Eastern New Mexico University Roswell to expand the aviation maintenance hangar, to provide more hands-on experience for students, allow for more advanced and comprehensive workforce training, and state-of-the-art infrastructure to support cutting-edge aviation technology. Proceeds from GEO Bond 3 will support mechanical systems renovations at Wilson Hall at New Mexico Military Institute, including a complete overhaul of the HVAC system. Remember, Bond 3 is tax neutral and will provide for local jobs and economic development, and will help ENMU Roswell and NMMI meet student and community needs. The 2024 general election is November 5th.
A good night's sleep is so important, and issues like sleep apnea make falling asleep and staying asleep nearly impossible, but we can help. I'm Dr. Sarah Usher at Carabelli Dental. With the help of a simple oral appliance, your sleepless nights could be a thing of the past. But don't take my word for it, just ask Lainey.
My name is Lainey Smith. I wasn't surprised when I found out I had sleep apnea simply because I had a horrible sleep pattern. I attempted to use the machine and it drove me nuts and I could not sleep with it. And then that's when Dr. Agger told me about the oral appliance. I would suspect I've been using it for 2 years now. In all of that time, I've had less than 10 poor nights of sleep. It's a complete game changer. I feel a lot better because I sleep.
This simple appliance can change your life. Call us today to set up your appointment so you can finally get the good night's sleep you need.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell, or call 575-622-4455.
It's one of the fall's best family fun events. Art in the Park returns to JC Park Friday and Saturday, October 18th and 19th. There's plenty of live entertainment and food trucks, along with lots of vendors displaying their arts and crafts. It's always a great event for all that attend. So set aside the date, October 18th and 19th, the 49th annual Art in the Park at JC Park in Artesia, and paid by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Attention high school students and parents. Now is the time to make your plans to come visit the friendliest place on the High Plains, Eastern New Mexico University. ENMU is hosting our annual Open House Preview Day on Saturday, October 26. Come learn about scholarships, discover majors, talk with current students and faculty, and win some great prizes. Sign up today at www.enmu.edu/openhouse. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about.
Join the all-new 92.9 The Brand and Fiera 106.1 FM for a special live broadcast this Saturday from 10 to 1 at Roswell Hyundai. If you think you're stuck in your current loan or lease, come see just how easy it is to get out from under your current payment at the home of Yes. With payments as low as $199 a month, there's never been a better time to refi with Hyundai. We'll be on hand with free hot dogs and drinks, and maybe even a few surprises. We'll see you Saturday at the home of Yes. Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd.
Bill Cunningham is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm John Scott. The United States warning of growing North Korean military support for Russia's war against Ukraine. White House correspondent Greg Clugston with that report.
Deputy Secretary of State Kurt Campbell says Washington and its allies are alarmed by North Korea's nuclear and missile threats, as well as its increasing military support for Russia's war in Ukraine. But he couldn't confirm Ukrainian claims that the Communist North was also sending soldiers to fight for Moscow. Campbell said North Korea's support of Russia was creating further instability in Europe. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Also at townhall.com, according to officials, the Biden administration's warning that it could be forced to withhold military aid to Israel if the Jewish state does not improve the humanitarian crisis in Gaza was not intended to be a threat. Bernie Bennett has more.
Secretary of State Anthony Blinken and Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin wrote a letter to two Israeli officials over the weekend, informing them that Israel has to improve the humanitarian situation in Gaza or risk violating U.S. law regarding U.S. foreign military sales. The secretaries wrote that they gave Israel 30 days to, quote, reverse the downward humanitarian trajectory and consistency with its assurance to us, and warned that, quote, failure to demonstrate a sustained commitment to implementing and gaining these measures may have implications for U.S. policy. National Security Council Coordinator John Kirby said Tuesday that the letter was, quote, not meant as a threat, but, quote, meant to reiterate the sense of urgency we feel about the seriousness with which we feel about the need for an increase in humanitarian assistance. Bernie Bennett in Washington.
Nebraska's High Court says people with felony records can register to vote. The state Supreme Court ruled that the Secretary of State had no authority to declare unconstitutional a state law that restored the voting rights to those who had been convicted of a felony. On Wall Street, stocks are mixed. The Dow is ahead 219 points, but the NASDAQ 25 in the red. More at townhall.com.
Americans now have more credit card debt than at any time in history, owing a staggering $1.3 trillion collectively. What happens when most people can't pay their bills? Well, the U.S. economy is clearly moving into uncertain territory. That's why more Christians are turning to gold just for their peace of mind. I'm Lance Wallnow, Christian news analyst with a 30-year track record of predicting trends. The Bible tells us that gold is a time-tested store of value that could protect your God-given assets through almost anything, including America's historic debt bubble. And here's the good news. You can own gold through your 401k or IRA. My friends at Birch Gold Group can help you buy gold for your retirement account, tax-free and penalty-free. To learn more, text the word faith to 989898 for an info kit from Birch Gold that's entirely free, zero cost or obligation. Text that next step right now and take it. Text faith to the number 989898 for your free info kit. That's faith to 989898.
A moderately strong earthquake has struck eastern Turkey, causing widespread panic. No report of any serious injury or significant destruction. The magnitude 5.9 quake struck the town of Kale. Hong Kong's government says it will phase out the territory's smallest apartments, setting a minimum size at 8 square meters.
Hong Kong has more than 100,000 tiny homes. Officially, they're called subdivided flats. Informally, they're known as coffin apartments for the city's poorest residents. They exist because the territory has little space and 7 million people, putting pressure on housing. In his annual policy address, Hong Kong's leader John Lee said the tiniest apartments would now have to go. He said in future they'd all need their own windows and toilets and must be a minimum of 8 square meters. Even that is a very small space.
BBC correspondent Michael Bristow reporting. Breaking